Oi! Hi. Hi. Hello. Hi. Hi, guys. What's up? We're back again. We are back again with the stream. I'm streaming. But not like this. Guys, yesterday, I did nothing all day. I slept, I ate, I slept again, and then I streamed and then slept. Today, I slept, and then I woke up, and then I moved some stuff into my new apartment, and then I slept some more, and then I woke up, and then I slept. Or whatever. And then I streamed, and then I'll probably sleep. What's up? How goes it? How goes it? Is there anything new? Is there anything new that I should be concerned about? Any gamers? Any gamers looking to game? Blech. Sorry. Blech. Hair in my mouth. I bought these pens a long time ago, and they're like dual tipped. Like, you write with them and then like two lines appear at once. And I haven't used them. I haven't found like an excuse to use them at all. They're just sitting on my desk, waiting to be written with. I mostly just use like a... what tip is this? This is, I mostly use a 0.1 felt pen for like all my writing right now. Still in Seattle, same building, lower floor. I'm moving, but it's the same building on a lower floor. Because if the higher you go up in the city, the more expensive it is. And I was like, I don't need the view, I just need money. But what's up? What am I scheming? I'm tapping my fingers together as if I were raised by flies right now. I got me a big ass cup of water. I've been eating it's weird. It's funny because I moved all of my like cutlery and stuff out of my apartment into my new one, but I didn't move any of the food yet. So all the food is in one apartment, and then all my cutlery is in the other apartment. So I've been having to use like plastic forks and stuff like that. I've been doing nothing but like ordering out food for like the past couple of days. However, tonight one of my coworkers is gonna come over and help me move some more stuff, and they're cooking me a steak. So I'm ready to eat steak. We need money to live? This is very sad. This is very sad. Well, with that being said, let me get the game up on the screen. I'm not sure, but I think we might be beating Gamedec today. I could honestly not tell you. We're not in the time loop this time, but we are in the, we are trapped in the Matrix, I guess is what I'm saying. So we'll see how being trapped in the Matrix goes. You gotta turn on the all messages options for chat. Oh yeah. If you want to see everybody, you gotta turn on the all messages, or go to the other stream, whichever one. Yeah. What's the short where you said you perfume for women? That didn't just come out, right? I thought I uploaded that one a long time ago. I have not uploaded a short in a while. It is the beginning of December, and I do need to make last month's shorts and stuff like that, but my fingernails are getting really long, by the way. They're trapping a lot of... My fingernails are doing that thing where it's like really awkward to like pick at stuff. So it's like... Or something like... Deck is detective? Yeah. I think we play as John Detective. Where we go into the video game, we play as John Game Detective. Where we go into the video game and we investigate, something. I'm not actually quite sure what we're exactly investigating. I had the pumpkin on my head? Oh yeah. I knew I made that one, but that one was probably a lot... Yeah, that one had to have been like a month ago. It didn't just come out, right? It's just YouTube recommending it on the algorithm. How decked out is my abode? I sit on the floor. I sleep on the floor and I sit on the floor. I have no standing furniture. All of my... Whoa. Oh, okay. We have to do the whole thing where we're we have to go and get our thing. Oh, we gotta do all this again. I thought it was gonna save me, but I gotta... Okay. We did not leave off here last time. I'll tell you that much. We need more inspiration is what we need. Alright. Let's do this. We're gonna try and speed through some of these some of these conversation points, because I really don't need to... I really don't need to relitigate this from last stream.
Welcome to Access Mundi.
Activate the code breaker. Listen to your thoughts, try not to think of anything. Try not to think of anything. Think about the Diginet. I don't know. Hello, code breaker. Alright, yeah. The Diginet's trail. Oh, we did this one. What is Access Mundi? Oh, right, we gotta get through this. React enthusiastically. I can hear you. Ask the codebreaker if it has a camera. Ask about influence mode. Ask for directions. End the conversation. Thanks. You the best, girl. Okay, now I have to remember where to go. We have to go this way. We go this way, then we're gonna get over here and it's gonna change colors. Close that. Alright. Grab one of the greens. Grab two of the greens. Grab three of the greens and then follow it this way. I think we did all this. I definitely remember doing it. Here's the tree. I have to grab a piece of the tree. Okay, we're getting there. Give me a second. You scroll through your shorts and saw you couldn't stop laughing. Aww. The learning tree. Connect to the tree. Express doubt. Look at the tree. I think I plucked a leaf last time. There we go. Switch the mode mentally. Return to examining the tree. Listen to the sounds of the tree. Return. Leave the tree. Okay. And we got an upgrade point so we can grab sleeves now. So we can now fight. Survival instinct. That's what characterizes you best. Life is a game with no rules, and if you trust the system, it will betray you. You don't hesitate to use forceful solutions, but you can use your brain just as well. You know, life is about being tough. Life is about sucking off. I can't get these ones, can I? No. I need inspiration for all of it. Oh. I think they want me to keep interacting with the tree? Oh, well, I can't go back. Oh, okay, yellow. Alright, I've got the piss. I've got the piss bridge. The piss bridge has been built. We were just here. I don't think we want to do this again, do we? Whatever. Oh, here we go, okay. Alright, so I think we left off here last time. I think this is where we left off last time. So hello, hi! Wah. This is what time loop does to a motherfucker? Yeah. Alright, so last time we stumbled inside the developer portion of all the entirety of the internet. And now we have to discern where we are, where we're going, and what exactly I'm fucking doing, because I'm so lost. How many have seen September 11th? What are you asking? Are you asking... Wait, what are you asking? Are you asking who's seen the... Are you asking who is alive for the planes hitting the Twin Towers here in America? Take a closer look at the statue. I think I was just here. Oh, influence mode. Influence mode. Pull out the statue. At first I wanted to grab it by the arms and pull it up, but the codebreaker somehow read my mind and made the statue emerge on its own. There we go. You should be out of the hospital by this Saturday? Nice, Cherry. Sounds good, man. I hope you're doing okay in the hospital. I think this wants to be at 60. Oh, there we go. Sweet. The world and its inhabitants had been giving me a hard time. I had seen the face of evil, and yet the statue filled me with comfort. Her look was full of love and hope. But for what? A better future? The kindness in people's hearts? Compassion? Either way, I felt better. Let's look at the statue. This is what's-his-name's wife now. What is the full game rundown so far, Alec? We are a, you play as the android Andromeduck. You are you're a detective in video game. And some people go into the video game and then die, and then you do private detective work in the digital sphere. And you find out why people are getting killed. And we have been pursuing a woman who has trapped us in the developer mode of the internet. So I'm not quite sure. It's kind of hard for me to follow now that I think about it. You've seen reruns of September 11th. I don't know. I think the second plane twist is kind of cliche. Agreed, Prof. Agreed. Woman looked like a perfect imagining of Eleanor, the best possible version of a person, the one we would see in inspired dreams. She held something important in her raised arms. Few statues hold pointless objects, after all. The pose emanated strength and sensitivity.
I'm listening, Gamedec.
How do I find Eleanor and leave Access Mundi? Follow my trail. I also wish to leave Access Mundi. I believe freedom awaits me outside. To reach the fringe, you must first brave the expanse, a seemingly endless road. Don't worry, I imported a vehicle from another game there. Go to the expanse and look for the next clue. Can I get directions to the expanse? You can encode the path by touching monoliths in the chamber. You'll need specific color sequence. The verse holds the color sequence. Remember, it's something worth listening to your gut, so you don't lose energy wandering around. Okay. That's all, thanks. See you later, Gamedec. Alright, well, we pulled her statue out of the water and that gave me an inspiration point, so... Might as well get Programmer. We're slowly capping out the rest of these skill points, which is nice. You never paid attention to the Gamedec streams? The story in this game is sort of lacking. I will admit, the story in Gamedec is sort of eh. But I do like the way with which that you can like interact with the choices that you can make and stuff like that. Some of the quests are pretty funny. This year's going by so fast, Alaskan? Yeah. We've only got like 2.5 weeks left in December. For the rest of the year, actually. And then next year is midterms here in America. I'm ready for some midterms. I have no idea if Washington State is on the ballot, but it'll be my first midterm since I moved here. Someone's birthday's on September 11th. It could be you. That would be fun. You know the Chi-Tong programming language? So when you check the code, you can understand it. Find bugs and apply modifications. In Realm and Virtualia, everything is programmable. So there's practically no object you can't alter. Sweet. I'm just blowing all my points on these. I need 4 logic. I need 4 logic and 3 passion. Damn. Supervisor, cracker. You can't say that. Damn. It's racist, bro. Alright, well, let's go back and see if the world has changed at all. It looks like it has maybe a smidge. Should we do green, yellow, green? The fuck does this take me? Nothing over there. There's a car, though. We're gonna have to mix it up to see, I didn't mean to do reset, but... Let's do green, yellow, green, and see where that goes. We're gonna have to mix up all the pillar colors. Whoa. Well, that's weird. That completely changed up. There's the car. The year does feel like it's going by very fast. If you think about it, these last months felt like a year, no? That's true, Graham. I'm gonna be in a new apartment that I can actually afford. And I do plan on streaming every day next year as well. It's just that the streams are probably gonna be a lot shorter and more... probably at different times of the day. I will try streaming every single day, though, if only for a couple hours. The streams will probably be shorter. The long straight road led past the horizon. I couldn't see where it ended. It vanished into the airy landscape. How many watch hours do you have, Alaskan? How do I see that? You go to YouTube, you go here, you go to Go Live. I can't see it in Streamlabs. I have to click on other stuff. Alaskan, you're in the vertical chat. Fascinating. Click this. Channel activity? You've had 2 timeouts, which is very funny. I don't know how to see how long you've been watching. I don't know. No idea, man. Please stream earlier? Maybe. 7 days ahead of 11. My ear! I'm gonna pull my ear off. The long straight road led past the horizon. I couldn't see where it ended. It vanished into the airy landscape. The road here was divided by a wide crevice. Crevice, rather. I've reached the place you mentioned, but I can't go any further. This obstacle could be a problem. I'm surprised I didn't know about it. Eleanor wanted you to collect an item here that would help you unlock domination mode in the codebreaker. Maybe it's somewhere nearby. Probably in the car. Maybe it is somewhere nearby. Probably in the car. The vehicle had been imported from a game. I guessed from Twisted and Perverted. Open the car. I reached for the handle but immediately gave up. The windows, doors, flaps, and tires all made from uniform object with no moving parts. Okay, let's look under the car. There were a few black puddles. They looked like they were alive. Reached out my hand. The stains behaved like ferrofluid. Spiky nodules extended toward my fingers. It was a typical graphic representation of a breached firewall. Naturally, no barrier was here because it really didn't look like that. Sometimes game engines toggled an option which showed if someone was messing with the safeguards. It showed up as these stains. Everything suggested that someone had breached the firewall protecting this car. Not my car! I need to go to analytics on YouTube and you'll see your watch hours there. That's too much. That's too much work. How do I rate my sanity? Not too bad. Not too bad. Still want to work on videos. Still haven't been touching my video editor at all over these past couple of weeks. It's been honestly gnawing away at my skull, but I've just been too busy with work and then moving, and then all my coworkers want to hang out with me for some reason. So, sorry if the Femboy ASMR video is taking a while to get up. Sorry if all the videos and stuff that I would be making a lot faster are coming out a little slow. Never been caught slacking at work, have I? All the time. I get caught slacking all the time because cashiers don't really do anything until there's a customer. Let's ask the V-Ghost about the car. What can you tell me about the car? This is my vehicle. I imported it from another game. I meant to cross the expanse with it. I don't know if Eleanor made it. I hope she made it. There's only one way to find out. Crossing the expanse and reaching the fringe. Inside the car, there might be an item that will let you unlock the Codebreaker's domination mode. Okay, well. From what I managed to observe, the Codebreaker modified a few parameters of the car's code. This part of the game so far is very uninteresting. I like the part of the game where we interacted with a unicorn and he blew us up. I like the part of the game where we sliced a panda in half. I like the part of the game where we got shot in the back of the head. That was fun. This part of the game, though, so far, don't much care for. You've been too busy dying, Cherry? Oh yeah, man. That stuff really puts your life on hold, huh? I think I deleted the parameter that detected collisions with moving objects. My hand can now penetrate the car's interior. Start the car. My internet company tried calling me, like an hour ago, to tell me that I have a reminder to turn on the internet tomorrow at my new apartment. I turned the key in the ignition. The combustion engine creaked and let out a few jolts, but didn't start. I only managed to turn on the headlights. They gave off a faint light. Whoa. Something flashed at the edge of the chasm. A small light started blinking on the passenger's side, revealing the glove box I hadn't noticed before. The glove box... What do we have here? Rings, wigs, leather gloves, lipstick, a hand mirror. A pistol, heavy, made of metal. Real? Whatever that means. Damn! We got a gun! Cheater. Look, if I take this gun, am I gonna die? I reached out for the pistol. As soon as I touched its grip, a sharp pain shot through my hand and wrist. That piece was a trap program. Come on, why would they do something like that? I earned the red aspect, and that was probably what this was all about. But my avatar started falling apart. Oh shit, I'm gonna die. I summoned the Codebreaker with my mind, and something happened, as if it were absorbing the aspect I had earned. Was I becoming delirious? The unpleasant sensation subsided. I examined the Codebreaker. It emitted a red light, acting like it was searching for a target to destroy. Let's take a trial shot. A bullet shot out as a single beam, but it quickly dissipated short range. Nice. Alright, I got a gun. They gave me a gun. Throwing up blood doesn't indeed put your life on hold. That's tough, man. I feel like, in my personal life, I feel the pressure to keep doing as much work as possible. You know? Like, substance has always gone over my head. Not that I don't have, like, an addictive personality, that I wouldn't, like, immediately, like, throw myself into that stuff if I did, like, start drinking or whatever. But I just feel like I have like a really bad like petite bourgeois grind set mentality when it comes to this type of stuff. So I'm always just, it's always in like the back of my head. the notion of just like, I don't know, doing that stuff kind of like fucks me up, I guess, in my brain. Why is my hair white? Because I'm old. You found another fun, Graham? Ooh, another fun, you say? The hell does that even mean? You can now code the past using 3 colors. That opens up a lot of new possibilities, consider that. Analysis mode requires the blue aspect. It will give you detailed information about the world. Fortunately, I don't know where it is. The path up to the fringe begins with the color blue, therefore you need to obtain the blue aspect for Codebreaker. Unfortunately, I do not know the sequence that will take you there. Eleanor stored it in her memory of NPEX. You can try locating them, or find a way through trial and error. Thanks, V-Ghost. You the best, girl. You the best, girl, and that's why they fucking want to shoot you in the brain. Okay, I need 2 more of these bastards, and 1 more red. 2 more blue, 1 more red, or 1 more blue, and 1 more yellow, and 1 more green. Let's see, 1 more red, 1 more yellow. 1 blue, 4 yellow. Ugh, 4 yellow and 1 red. There's a glitch in the Matrix. Black footprints led from the car to the abyss. They end there. The road was cut across by a wide crevice. I couldn't see the bottom. From my experience, it just wasn't there. Indeed. What does not mean is the true question. The doctor told me I should be sleeping right now. Omega lol cherry. Well, you should probably listen to your doctor. 60% workaholism? Yeah, but I mean, sometimes I get really burnt out that I just sit on my phone all day. And then the problem is that I sit on my phone all day because I'm like burnt out, and then I'm like, man, I wish I was doing work right now. You need full brain function? I need to use 100% of my balls. The human brain only uses 6% of its balls at any given time. If we could unlock 100% of our balls, imagine what could be possible. The car's headlights revealed something hanging over the abyss. Was it some glitch? Let's take a closer look. It looked like a flickering window. Through the window, I could see scenes from different virtualia. You don't know him, so I'm not listening, Jerry? Nice. That'll go over well in the report. Died. A pile of pumpkins in harvest time, a moonlit bridge in Knight's Code, a guy in a kinky suit running in place, probably a twisted and perverted. Using the Codebreaker, I could try to hold on to one of these scenes for a little longer. Maybe it would interlock with the local world. You just don't get anything done, I take it? Sometimes, Alec, I don't know. Sometimes, not always. Sometimes I do get stuff done. Like I mean, it's not like I don't have any stress in my life right now, so I can be focusing on this stuff. I do have a day job, and I am moving right now, so those are the 2 things on my mind. But I have 4 days off, and it's my 2nd day off, I think, right now. So, or my 1st day off? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. How's the weather? Rainy? I don't know. I don't think I went outside today. Using the Codebreaker, I could try to hold on to one of these scenes for longer. Maybe it would interlock with the local world. I think Knight's Code is a bridge, so I think a bridge would probably be good for us. Thankfully, I didn't need to have the Codebreaker's abilities, I just gave it orders. What exactly was it doing? I had no idea. Yeah, see, a bridge would probably be a good idea. There's a bridge and it fit. The glitch disappeared without a trace. Indeed. Alright. Let's keep rolling.
Surprise,
It's the Yester. Why do I still find people being surprised so surprising? Your name is still the android Andromeduck. Enemy, trust, ally. This time I'll feign being surprised, but your surprise is obviously real. Yes. Yes, I'm surprised by this meeting. I received a report of an intruder from the Axis Mundi system. What are you doing here? The wrinkles around the fool's eyes formed part of a nasty smile, but the look itself was glazed and dispassionate. I want to ally with the Jester to kill that woman, so... Looking for the Diginet. Lie and say you're sightseeing. Say nothing. Ask what happened to the tree. Say you're looking for the Diginet. I'm looking for a certain Diginet. Her name's Eleanor. Do you know where I can find her? I do. Why are you looking for her? She asked you herself. Oh, yeah. She asked me herself. The self-preserving instinct of the living, so primitive. Given their short-lived lives, humans should know they're not meant to last. I like Jester because he's the robot. Let's let the robot take it. Let's enliven the place. Is teamwork acceptable? I'll help you reach Eleanor and ask a favor in return. You know the sorry, I can't say that word. Reciprocity? Reciprocity? Reciprocal? Something like that principle? Sure. Speak. We have a problem in Axis Mundi. A problem with doors, breaches, and cracks leading to sensory worlds. I'm having trouble patching those. That was a pretty large gap. It was a big-ass hole. But yeah, at the current moment, it's hard for me to get any sort of, like, video work in. Not just because I am a little burnt out, but also because I have just been spending time working my day job and then moving at the current moment, getting all my files organized, getting my objects out of the apartment into the other apartment, and resetting all my like credit cards and pay stubs need to go to the correct location and stuff like that. And then I've been hanging out with a lot more people outside of work, so reciprocito. I don't know. Maybe I should Google it. I heard people complaining about how cold it is and how it's a terrible time for it to be raining. Take their word for it and say it's cold and rainy. Oh yeah, here in Seattle it dipped down to 39 yesterday, which is like, damn, that's chilly. Reciprocity? Am I gay? Hello, Jack. What's up? Are you gay? As soon as I'm out of the hospital, I'll go to work immediately. Best of luck, Jerry. Best of luck. Hello, Green Speaker Man. What's up? Can you handle this? Sure. Fine, I'll do it for you. Great. Here's where the breach is located. I'll come to you as soon as you close them. We're friends, dude! We're moving up the friend chain. I want him to be my ally. I love the Jester. Jester modified some code characters hovering him around. You face a long journey. This vehicle will make it as quick as a heartbeat. Good luck, Gamedec. The fool's disappearance must have impacted the stability of the summoned bridge. The construction started shaking. Oh, shit. Obviously on Saturday. I need the money? Same, Cherries. Fucking same, dude. I fucking get that, man. It's a very proletarian affair. A lot of people are like, well, if you're sick, just don't come into work, you know, man? And it's just like, well, how am I gonna pay rent, you know? It's just like the sick go into work. Which, you know, speaks to, like, volumes about stuff like, clean food standards, you know? Because a lot of the proletarian that, like, handle your food and stuff, they are sick and they have to go to work sick so they can, like, have their money to, like, live. So they'll just lie about not being sick and stuff. Just kidding, you're gay, Jack? Okay, gotcha. I quickly ran across. Alright, sweet. So we are trying to friend the Jester. Alright. Felt like the road went on forever, indeed. I couldn't see the end of the road. Something tells me we need to light that thing up with a funny color. Summon the V-Ghost. I issued a mental command summoning the Diginet's V-Ghost. You've met Jester. He's the one thing Eleanor wished to avoid at all costs. Tell me, whose side are you on? Hers or this terrible Jester's? I'm on the Diginet's side. I care about the Diginet, obviously. Codebreaker and I will continue to serve regardless of your intentions. Okay. I got inside, placed my hands on the steering wheel, pushed down the pedal, and went straight ahead. Let's ride, kids. Let's fucking ride. We've been trying to find out if he is, and what gay he is for months now. You're gay also, Alaskan? But at the same time, the doctor will probably tell me not to work for a bit once I'm out of the hospital, but money? Money, Cherry! Fucking money, man. What a pain. Don't tell me what to do. Change the T into a D. Sounds like Adine. Just go easy? Yeah, I mean, that is true. That is also an answer. Just go easy. The company doesn't care about you, but which proletarian thinks that, you know? You just need money. I made my way across the expanse, but in front of me there was just an entrance to the labyrinth. Was this my destination? Across the expanse, but now I'm standing before the entrance to another labyrinth. What's that about? The Axis Mundi labyrinth is multidimensional. You need to go through certain paths before you can access others. You can now code the paths using 3 colors. That opens up a lot of new possibilities to consider that. Analysis mode requires blue. It will give you detailed information about the world. Unfortunately, I don't know where it is. The path to the fringe begins with the blue color, therefore you need to obtain the blue aspect for the code breaker. Fortunately, I do not know the sequence that will take you there. Eleanor stored in the memory NPEX, you try locating them. We already had that discussion. Until we meet again. Alright, let's see. And we're back here, and we need colors. We've got red, yellow, and green, folks. I mean, I guess the first obvious intuition is green, yellow, red, and then trying to find out where that takes us. Oops. What will you do with the money if you die? What will you do without the money when you die? I guess that was a poor way to put that. I mean, if he doesn't have the money, then he dies. Give it to my family. That is true, Cherry. Pick a lane, please. I fucking fell in a big-ass hole. Did I just die? No shot. What? Oh no. Green? Yellow. What happened last time? I walked through, I went in the hole, and then it dropped down and killed my ass? It fucking did. TV falls funny. I have a gay cadence? I'm certainly no conservative, I'll tell you that much. Does it matter which color goes first? So if I do red, yellow, green, would that matter? Or are all the colors sort of associated in that way? It looks like it. Oh, maybe not. Find Morty the robot. Holy shit. Oh my god. He's fucking torching my ass. He cooked me! He fucking cooked my ass! No way! You ever mess around with 3D printing? No. My dad tried, My dad tried 3D printing like a buttstock for his pistol once. At a public library. Look at the snails. Ooh, cute little snails. What they doing? They fucking exploded, dude. They're in hell. They are fated to crawl across the ground and then explode and then do it all over again. Alright, that was red. That was green, red, green. Green. Red. Red? I can't possibly tell you what sequence this is supposed to be. Is the hospital bill that high? That's just... yeah, that's just being in America. You can take the money with you into the afterlife like an Egyptian pharaoh? That is true. We don't really know what Cherry believes in. For all we know, he believes in taking his objects into the future life. Into his future life. The character came alive as I approached. I gave a mental order the codebreaker started to analyze the character's code. Here's an encrypted piece of info that all aspects can be acquired from the archive. The sequence leading to it can be found in your car. We saw the car in a place called the Expanse. What is that? What is simulation NPEX? It seems Eleanor downloaded him from the NPEC repository and embedded a hint in him for you. Why didn't she embed the hint in you? Guessing she scattered the information for safety reasons. A large amount of information in one place could be intercepted and then deleted or modified. That sort of precaution makes sense. I trust you will find Eleanor despite these difficulties. That's fine. Just talk to the hick. Oh, that's the hint? This is the hint. The hint is just that he's... Ramona Hicks. Ramona Dubia Hick. Virtualium. Technologia. Relium. Is it in not the deduction? Okay, I can't talk to him, huh? Okay, wow. Right. Well, let's go back then. Ah, red. I don't think have I done all 3 reds? Let's see. Oh, 3 yesters. That's a lot of yesters.
We meet again.
Welcome to my domain, Gamedec. I'll think about it. Attack Jester. Can we talk? Talk about the Diginet. Eleanor, that Diginet, what's your problem with her? It's nothing personal, you see. We're in a huge factory. Maybe one of the most complex pieces of digital machinery ever created. It's not immediately apparent, but that's what editors look like in less used sections. They're just empty spaces. Leaving such a person at a place this specialized is extremely dangerous. She must be removed. Who's 314? An excellent question. I'll answer it some other time. That's enough for now. Okay. Alright, so all 3 reds will get me to him. I do think I need red. Let's do 2 reds and a green. I don't even know where to begin, man, with this, to be honest with you. I just have to keep going at it. We are literally brute forcing this. Your family don't even know that you're in the hospital, Jerry? Cool. Hello, stranger. Was another NPEC. This one have some hint for Eleanor for me, too. I see you're lost. Allow me to help. Can we talk? Alright. What is Axis Mundi? A tool for creating everything around us, and I am its gatekeeper. Axis Mundi creates realism in games. Their images and sounds come from your head. You're not inside them, but rather, you're in your brain. They're in your brain. But you see them outside. This happens because the processing areas of your central nervous system receive the appropriate stimulation. Are you sure you're a bot? An excellent question. I'll answer it some other time. That's enough for now. Remind me, what do you expect from me? In case you can't find these spots, here's where they're located. Yellow, green, yellow, red, green, red, red, yellow, red. Okay. Yellow, green, yellow, yellow, green, yellow, red, green, red, red, yellow, red. YGY, RGR, RYR. Okay. So, yellow, green, yellow could be a good one first to take a look. Yellow, green, yellow. Alright. Printing a gun part at a public library is funny as fuck. It was embarrassing when I was doing it, but now that I think back on it, it is very funny. A breach, but it's orange. Like, he walked in and then, like, I had the file on my smartphone, and so we asked the librarian, he asked the librarian to send that file, or to accept that file, and she was like, what is this? And my dad literally told her, it's a gun part, and she was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. It's like, what the fuck? I've come to bargain, yeah. I was looking at a window, or more like a breach in space. Through it, I could see a section of harvest time. The surface of the breach vibrated. I heard a conversation between 2 people. Fucking hell, is this some kind of hole? Oh, yep, the hole in the game. They went through it and vanished. I wonder, maybe they're still on the other side waiting, lol. Did you try going through it? Can't be done. The herd's gone and that's it. Go through the breach. Listen to the conversation. I put my ear close to the window and listened. What, an entire herd? Yep, gone, without a fucking trace. The entire fucking herd. Did you send a ticket to support? I know they're all bots, but maybe they'll extend your sub to make up for the bug. That'll be the fucking day. I messaged, sent screens of the herd, the hole, the logs, everything. My cows are gone. Fuck, even the cool one. The one whose mouth texture was all fucked up? Fuck, she was cool. Alright, so unique. Pity. Use Codebreaker. Close the breach. Burn the cows using Codebreaker. Burn the cows using Codebreaker is insane. Move the herd through the breach. Close the breach. Codebreaker switched to influence mode and got to work on closing the breach. The breach in space left a scar shortly after. First breach closed. Sweet. I will not be putting these cows back I will not be sending anybody back through the other side. What was... Oh, I don't know what the other one was supposed to be. I was not paying attention. Was it green, red, green? Nope, that's the snails. Ah! I gotta go across. And then back again. My colors! I didn't see Tyler today. Nope. I don't work until Thursday. I have 4 days off, so... Yellow, red, red? Are you sure it wasn't yellow, red, yellow? Alright, let's see it. Let's see it. Show me a hole in the world. This looks different. This looks very different. The Lord's image. It is an image of our Lord. Painting of Ken. Painting of a kid. Painting of the game deck. Painting of Eleanor. Well, it's not like I mean, I've seen him like a couple times outside of work. Walking around. There's not much to do in Seattle, apparently, because all my workers all go down to, like, Pike to hang out, which is, like, wild. I guess the only thing to do in Seattle is to go down to Pike Market. Just wild to fuck. It's wild to me, like the waterfront. Like, surely there's more to do in Seattle. What state did I grow up in? Texas. I grew up in Texas. I've been to a couple different states, but I spent most of my life in Texas. Let's molecular script this flickering image above the floor. I asked the codebreaker to delve deeper with its digital tentacles to examine what variables the message on the screen was referring to. They turned out to be quantifications of 4 main strategies of human behavior: confrontation, listening, analysis, and inspiration, and all their mixes and permutation. Can I touch the screen? Simulation archives. To unlock a report about a person in the simulation, pick the aspect and the role in the simulation that are best suited for them. I saw Ken Zhao's portrait on the screen. There's a small interface. Search the reports. Enter aspect. Oh. Green? Professional gamer. Sensory celebrity street hound. Professional gamer. No reports available in the entered setup. Do not save setup. Analyze previous cycle. Analyze active cycle. Is it yellow? Obviously, he's a professional game dev. Correlation detected between the dominant aspect and the role. Preparing available reports. Enter optional fate modifier to narrow the scope search. Active antagonist. Ally support. Limited resources. Financial boost. Ally support. Random conducive actor assigned to the relationship network. Waiting for the brief report. Ken Zhao was a promising Gudabadge player. Resilient to pain and brilliant. People said he would make it big time. During the pivotal match to his professional career, trolls, led by Herman Tick, interrupted the game by ripping its world apart. Their action caused Ken to lose the seal as he was carrying to the enemy fort. Zhao, mad, logged out of the game that ended his career. Okay, we gotta do everybody. Gotcha. What Pike Place sucks once you've gone there more than 5 times? Like, I love the way it looks. Everyone should visit once, but it's horrible vibes for a hangout. Agree, Jack. It does have horrible vibes for a hangout because it's a tourist destination. Some of the food there is good, though. Do I like pinball? Not particularly. Are you gonna recommend GameWorks? But I would love to hear about a pinball place. Is there a pinball place in Seattle? Was it because I just found out a correlation? Report on the recently completed Simulation 315 in the central Warsaw City area, Free Europe. Cohesion verification in progress. To ally support factor had a minor impact on the simulation in each cycle, meeting defined criteria. That was... Decided it was inspiring. Emphasized the report's brevity. A fragment of human life reduced to a few brief sentences. They weren't a talkative bunch. Thanks. Alright, that's one. One down. A place called Ice Chest. Jack, are you still in Seattle or do you live somewhere else? Do you live in Washington still? Depending on how accurate Shadowrun is and their depiction of Seattle, I can recommend the noodles by the Putrid Sound. Oh, fuck. Shadowrun is based in Seattle? I didn't know that. How old is that fucking game, by the way? Shadowrun is ancient. Shadowrun Returns. No fucking G. 2013 that game came out. Holy. That game has been on my wish list forever. It was published by Paradox? No shot. The world of Shadowrun. Shadowrun being like a cyberpunk version of Seattle is a very funny idea. Because it is the urban sprawl of Seattle's Metroplex. That's hilarious because Seattle has... If you didn't know this, Seattle is like where Boeing is like headquartered. They test their planes here and stuff. And they operate out of King Field, which is right next to the city of Seattle. And Seattle can only build their skyscrapers so high. They can't build it like mega skyscrapers like they do in New York because we're so close to King Field. The airplanes literally just go overhead of the city. They fly really low. So the skyscrapers can't even get up to the height of like what you would need for like a cyberpunk setting. It's really funny. It's like, okay. All right, I'm 1-1 and now I need one more thing for cheater. You moved? Oh, gotcha. You're paying like $3,600 a month for a studio? Holy shit. You only made like one friend in the year you spent there, so you went back to Colorado to fix your mental health? Damn, brother, I'm sorry to hear that. It do be like that, though. I might be living in an alternate Disco Elysium? I think so. I think that's what's happening. Alright, let's see. Lord's portrait appeared on the screen along with a small interface window. Now, I don't remember the Lord at all. I do remember the Lord. Alright, let me search the report. Green, maybe? He was false prophet, great scholar, clan leader, master manipulator. Clan leader for sure. Correlation detect. Oh, okay. Financial boost, ally support, active antagonist, limited resources. I think he was like an active antagonist. Random determinal actor assigned, creating relationship network. Gallomar noticed that many Knights Codes players liked to talk about reincarnation and the non-fortuitousness of fate. He jumped on the trend, built a system around it, became Lord Leader of cult based on the Han clan, and started making big money. Some inquired into the cult's legality, but nobody proved a thing. Lord bought a BLB rejuvenated and planned the clan's expansion. We just gotta get this thing up, man. The screen slid out from the floor. It seemed that correlations could give me not just reports, but access to secure screen. Cohesion done. So, that was what it was like. It was educational. That was an educational story. It was better to learn from someone else's choices than from your own mistakes. Indeed. Indeed. Indubitably. Indubitably. 413. Alright, let's see. Kinda glad the first message didn't send anyway. Hey, Blue Bear, what's up? Shadowrun Magic returned to the world in 2003. Oh, I should play Shadowrun. Damn. I'll actually stay all stream. Magic returned to the world in 2003. The world I live in, it seems like Magic is the primary source of Seattle's existence. You have literally nothing else to do, Blue Bear? Really? Like, thanks... Is Thanksgiving weekend already over? Yes, is Thanksgiving break already over or some shit? What's my favorite ad? Like, favorite one to add or make if I made any of them? I don't really have a favorite advertisement, I think, in general. I have some ideas about ads that I'd like to make, but I have to get there in the rotation. Currently, I have, currently my rotation for next one is gonna be, the ad book is at the bottom of the list, is what I'll say. It's gonna be a while till I get to the next ad. It's gonna be it's gonna be even longer before I get to the next ad break. Remember the name of the place wrong? It's called the Icebox Arcade. There's a restaurant called Stooligans right next to it, which has ultra tasty hush puppies and shrimp and grits. Hang on, let me look. Which district is it in? Icebox Arcade. Is it up in... Is it in Magnolia? Or Queen Anne? Oh, okay, Fremont. Okay, gotcha. Interesting. I have been to Fremont once, and that's where I put my my stuff when I moved here. I got a used store stuff on the other side of the Aurora Bridge. There's a channel lock at Ballard? Gross. No, I've never been to Fremont. Is that the corner with the Lenin statue? No. That's funny. Oh, I got all this hair in my face. Do 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 do. I don't know. There's a map of Seattle's neighborhoods. There's a big map of Seattle's neighborhoods. I can't remember any of them for the life of me because a lot of this just does. There's like a map of Seattle by the city of Seattle. It's either in Ballard or Fremont, whichever one. I don't know. They're right next to each other. Ooh. Sadly, you have to go back to school like you did today, Blue Bear. I salute you. Wait till you have to have a job. You've only ever played 4E, and I bots to say too many D6. In D&D, I've never played D&D. I've only played video game Pathfinder. And I think, like, I wish the combat wasn't such shit in D&D. I wish it were more narrative focused, rather than, like, combat focused. Maybe that's just me. I forgot about that statue. Man, you wish you made Seattle work? It's such a vibe. I like Seattle. I mean, I've spent most of my life in the middle of fuck-all fucking Texas in a small town. And, so far, big fan. I don't think that's saying much, though. Because this is like the first city I've ever lived inside. I lived around San Antonio, and I didn't really like San Antonio, because you had to drive everywhere. Who is this? This is Eleanor. Oh shit, I don't know. I couldn't possibly tell which color Eleanor should use. Yeah, cope, buddy. Cope hard. Me playing as Pyro. Oh. Have I heard of Don't Yell at Me? Sorry, I'm just spamming places at you now. I'll go to cool down for a bit. Have I heard of Don't Yell at You? Oh, probably my favorite spot. Shadowrun 4E, it's a TTR RPG. Oh, I see, Prof. All good, Jack. I've only spent like a year here in Seattle, and I haven't been to very many places. I still haven't been up to U District. And I want to go to Madison Park. I mostly just hang around Belltown, Downtown, South Lake Union, and Cap Hill. I sometimes find myself an ID, but I rarely go down there, and I only ever go down to Pioneer Square when I need to do, like, paperwork. When I was living out of my car, I parked in Inner Bay. Does that count? And I've never been on the other side of the channel there. Or anywhere south of it, like Beacon Hill and stuff. Damn. I'm gonna keep that map in my pocket. Don't yell at me. Ah! It's so good. Best boba tea you've ever had. Should have gone to college while you were there. Would have been a life hack for making friends, Jack. Yeah, all my coworkers, they all go to UW, and they say they hate the teachers. Everybody says that the teachers suck ass at UW. It's very funny. I did car living for a bit. For how long? Only about a month, Jack. I moved out of my parents' place at the end of the last year. Because I hated living with them so much, I ran away. And then I lived out of my car for a month. Can we get a custom outfit for you? You know what it's called? It's either a VTuber or a PNG tuber, but honestly, I don't understand the difference, but can we get a Halloween one, Blue Bear? Where the character's wearing a maid dress? Man. Ugh, if a maid dress will probably be my first commission for a secondary outfit on this model. I'll have to save up some money, though. My artist is pretty expensive. But I really like them a lot, so... I'm gonna go Aspect Blue. I don't know. Gifted Hacker, Rebellious AI, Digital Mistress, Enslaved Diginet? Enslaved Diginet? No reports available on that setup? Don't save it. Fuck, what could this... It's probably blue, right? Is it Gifted Hacker? I'm gonna try all the blue ones. Oh, there we go. Limited resources, I would say. Eleanor was created by director Geoffrey Haggis in BWI Labs. Her maker gave her exceptional intelligence and programming education. Kept in confined digital space, she received access to programming tools and eventually broke free. Working as a gifted freelance hacker, she failed to cover her tracks. She was traced by V-runners and placed in a state digital refuge. That was not the last one we needed to do. Report on recently completed simulation. Fate modifier. Limited resources factor had a minor impact on the simulation in every stage, being defined criteria. Focus on the facts, be cautious with my judgment. Actually, there wasn't enough data to assess the story. Still, it was something to think about and analyze. That is more than... Oh, fuck, that was it. That was more than... Yeah, I still don't have enough... Night Prof, have a good sleepy. I still don't have enough, like, resources or, like, information to really analyze how I can... What, like, an opinion on Eleanor right now. I am siding with Jester. We are just gonna kill her. But I really don't have, like, a full story of her yet. You're a Stick Systems admin. You understand how the objects around you are connected, what kind of networks they create, and how they communicate. You know how and where you can access them. In some situations, you can see things invisible to others. I'm fucking supervising. I'm out here supervising it. I'm supervising it. I'm supervising it. And by it, let's just say, my Pinor. Alright, we got one more to pop open. That's a painting of a kid. I saw a kid's portrait. Beneath his face, an interface window flickered. He's obviously red. Master Manipulator, Street Hound, Lost Child, Gifted Hacker. Probably Street Hound, right? Yeah. Financial boost? Growing up on the walkways of Warsaw City's low levels, Henry Kincaid, later known as Kid, knew he couldn't survive as an individual. He started a children's gang, which became a youth gang. A gifted programmer, he taught his underlings to steal from careless tourists. Caught red-handed by a prominent Gamedec, he promised to change. He kept his word and started a foundation to help low-city kids. Wow, good for him. I'm glad that's how that played out. The screen slid out completely and rose above the floor. I did it! It was time to find out who was on this screen. So how was it? So that was how it was. Indicate indifference. What was the difference between this fate or that? I knew we were all going to die in the end. That should not have been my answer. I had no idea I was going to be so illustrious with it. That achievement scared the crap out of me? Me too, Blue Bear. It came out of nowhere. You're happy I landed on my feet so quickly, Jack? Yeah, me too. Let me tell you. Things have been going pretty well over the past year, I'll tell you that much. I'm not sure when the next rock is gonna get in my way, but at the current moment, my biggest problems are, oh, I'm moving to a new apartment. And it's just like, that's not that big of a deal. You're too lazy to hire artists to help me. You just use GPT, Blue Bear? Oh, I see. Financial boost in this economy, especially for a fucking street hound? Painting of a Gamedec. Who's it gonna be? Examine the screen. Codebreaker did something and a fragment of knowledge popped into my mind, which could be summarized as, these monitors are designed for human beings and display simplified information. The AI is running the simulation, no, much more. He's just gonna tell you, you're not gonna be here for the stream on Friday or Saturday. Gotcha, Blue Bear. Sorry to hear you won't be here for... So I'm sorry to hear you won't be here for, TF2 Friday. But that's okay. You know, I stream every TF2 Friday, so there's always next Friday. On the screen, I saw a portrait of someone I didn't know, yet looked strangely familiar. Who could this possibly be? Green? A sleeve, a scalpel, a glacier, an infotainer. I don't know, an infotainer? Don't save that setup. Green? A sleeve? No? Yellow? An infotainer? There we go. I figured. We were getting somewhere close. An ally. Random conducive actor assigned with relationship network. Gamedec received a job from Jeffrey Haggis during the investigation. He found an entrance to the simulation editor. Database error 37. Report note. John Nabb's orders keep Gamedec actor resources from simulation 314. Blue, green, blue is the color I'm looking for. Alright, we got the color. Oh, I teleported. I saw my apartment. At least it looked like mine. A bliss hologram, a blue sky past blue, green, blue. A blue sky past the window and the green glow of computer screens. Decide it's not my memories. Decide decide it's a memory. These were my memories, but from another time and place. That apartment was here. It was Axis Mundi. I saw it again. I was standing in front of a computer, hands on the keyboard. My finger muscles were instinctively typing the password. Blue, green, blue. Welcome back, Cherry. If you're wondering where the third video is, I'm still working on it. You're struggling to do it, man. Yeah, I get it, Blue Bear. Missed TF2 Friday, but may be able to come where I may fall asleep. 50-50 chance, but I'll definitely not be here for Saturday since you're gonna go watch the FNAF 2 movie with your sister, Blue Bear. Have a good time, man. Tell me how it ends. I don't really care to watch it, but I do care to say a funny meme here and there. Blue, green, blue. Look at your fingers and look at the screen in my mind's eye. I looked at the screen, typed the password, saw a long letter. It was from me, to me. Wish I had looked at the password. But my body knew it. I knew it knew the password. Procedural memory, also known as muscle memory. The subconscious part of my brain remembered the computer password in this apartment. All I had to do was put my fingers on the keyboard. The image began to fade like paint washed away in the rain. I saw Axis Mundi around me again. Okay, gotcha. Blue, green, blue, he says. Blue, green, blue, he says. This guy's out here blue-greening his blue. Alright. Ooh, blue, green, blue. That'll be the color. We want blue. We want green. We want blue. And away we go! What the fucky? There's La Computadora. I want to look at the bonsai tree first. You trying to see if they play California Girls in the end credits scene? I know they won't, but it'd be very crazy if they did. That'd be very funny. Same with the tree. Didn't have a twin brother. I didn't believe that someone was controlling me. Nothing would make sense then. Free will. A fig tree, neatly trimmed, well cultivated. Bonsai tiger bark, Ficus retusa. I had a bonsai like it. Wait, this tree's the same as mine. The same trunk and branches. It appeared to me an exact copy of my tree. No, there were minuscule differences at first glance. It was my bonsai. What was this about? Just consider if someone was watching you and copied your bonsai. For all those years, had someone been watching me and trimming a tree exactly like mine. What was the reason? It was a digital entity. Either way, it was a very strange find. That's a free point. Sometimes you walk up to shit and get a free point. I did need one of those. Anything else I can grab? This is all the shit in my apartment, I think. And La Computadora. A computer, it was similar to mine. Enter password using procedural memory. I put my fingers on the keyboard, I took a deep breath and exhaled through my lips. One more time, I recalled the vision from the gallery. I relaxed my shoulders, closed my eyes, imagined myself as that person. Inhaled, exhaled, didn't think. I let my fingers move on their own. My fingers hit the keys, I had no idea what they wrote. I knew touch typing, though couldn't recall the key layout, so looked at the screen. The password was correct. Lucky me, dude. You're still planning process for the third episode, which was actually scrapped for a later episode and is replaced for the Thanksgiving episode you forgot about. You're not trying to find a good map to use and editing software and also some more advanced stuff you can add. Damn, best of luck, man. Sounds complicated. Scan the computer. Multiple iterations of bliss, multiple relationships with Gamedec. What the fuck was this about? Check the mail. There was nothing. There was one unsent mail. It was a letter to myself. I got dizzy. Dispersion in the cloud. We need to destroy the simulation, the tree of knowing, resets, all his plans here, motives. Too much information. I didn't know what to make of it. Perhaps the Diginet knew something and could help me understand. Browsed the data. There was nothing at first glance. Empty folders, empty documents. It all looked as though the data had been deleted. Activate the Bliss system. I wonder if this would work here. A text document appeared on the screen. A familiar hologram appeared. I wonder if she remembered me. Was that even possible? Hello, Bliss. My robot sex doll. Oh, welcome, stranger. Hi, Bliss. Don't you recognize me? It's blue. It's blue. Always blue. Should I? This wasn't my Bliss. She obviously looked the same, and she had the same name, which was less obvious, but it wasn't her. Alright, let's talk to the V-Ghost then. Can you tell me something about that letter? All I know is that it contains the answers you're looking for, but how'd you get a hold of it in the first place? I must say, it's as impressive as it is surprising. I feel I can trust you to do something. Return to the refuge, the place where you obtained the code breaker, and put it on the statue. You will get access to all that has been hidden from you. To return to the refuge, follow the path of 3 yellow colors. Gotcha. Alright, that's 3 yellows. That's 3 yellows, folks. I'm looking for 3 yellows? I'm 3 yellowed? Alright, 3 yellows, she said. Good thing I read. You'll be slamming your head against the keyboard from struggling this hard with just episode 3. I'm scared for the other episodes in the series. That's art for you. I have to win Eleanor's favor. I also have to win Yester's favor. Alright. Place the codebreaker on the statue. I ordered the machine to place itself in the stone hands. I wonder what secret Eleanor would share with me. Check enhancement protocol. Activating this function was supposed to make Codebreaker a more effective weapon against the force-controlling Axis Mundi. Oh, Jester wouldn't appreciate it. Check the self-destruct protocol. Activating it would cause Codebreaker to self... This was something Jester would certainly appreciate. Download information about the labyrinth. All color-coded. Alright. Activate the self-destruct protocol. Confirmed self-destruct. A Gamedec works alone. Alright, sweet. This was something Jester would certainly appreciate. Speak of the devil. I'm impressed. Yes! We're friends now. Not only does he trust me, but we're allies. I'm impressed. Very good. You're about to start posting teasers and other stuff because how long it's taking? Oh, Blue Bear. Yeah, usually I'm not the kind of guy that's like, let's post in teasers and stuff. How disappointed do I feel? Not disappointed yet. We'll see how this game ends. I'll tell you that much. I'll only feel disappointed if this game ends with, like, a bad ending. So far, the game writing has been, mediocre. If it ends mediocre, I'll be pretty happy with the game. The Diginet won't get away from us now. A Gamedec would say she's been served to us on a silver platter. Ready for the grand finale? What do you mean? Finis coronatus coronat opus. The end crowns the work. Everything that has a beginning also has an end. You came here to find her, didn't you? Then let's go to the border of Axis Mundi. You'll help me eliminate her. I felt a tug and was engulfed in the darkness.
Welcome to my domain.
You've arrived just in time, my friend. Don't trust this AI Gamedec. Run! Save yourself! Is she in the tube? Oh, she is in the tube. He's in no danger as long as he's on my side. You're in Axis Mundi. There's no escaping this place unless I decide otherwise. I hope you understand the nature of Axis Mundi. Oh, I have no idea. Agus's Experiment, a trap world, a game created by the Diginet, a game editor. Is some weird game created by the Diginet. A trap world. Labyrinth and no exit. Agus's Experiment. I have no idea. A game editor. An editor of sensory worlds, an engine used to build games. I have fucking no idea, man. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Sometimes it's better to admit ignorance than fire a shot in the dark and miss. Axis Mundi is a tool for creating sensory worlds, which includes everything you've experienced so far. There's no escaping the simulation created by Axis Mundi. It does seem like a lot of these choices don't really mean anything. which is also like a big part of like this game. A lot of these choices don't really mean a fucking thing, which is kind of upsetting, but you can't win them all, I guess. That is also a disappointing part of this, I guess, is the fact that none of these choices really do seem to do anything. What does the simulation contain? Synonym for access money, the labyrinth, everything. Simulation holds everything, I would say. Whom can I trust? I can trust Jester, of course. I'll side with Jester. The AI doesn't have bad intentions, nor is it malicious. It's simply a gatekeeper. It's weird how there's 3 choices here. There's no escaping the simulation created by Axis Mundi. It's not true, Gamedec. The simulation has its limits. You can escape it from this exact place, the Fringe. I deny. I'm afraid you're mistaken. It is my understanding that the simulation affects everything, sensory worlds and realm. Jester nodded, feigning sadness. If you're really thinking about leaving the simulation, I could make it happen for you, Gamedec. Before you decide anything, please hear me out. Listen to him, hear the Diginet out. I'm gonna listen to him. What do you have to say? Are you familiar with the rule of agent wars? If a corporation declares you its agent, then you are one, even if you don't know it. You've been our person from the very start, to make you as credible as possible so that you wouldn't get caught lying by a polygraph, or by the semi-unpacked 314 in your brain. We had to wipe your memory. The memory of having a real body now lying on a couch in BWI HQ. You work for us. Your job's to deliver 314 to us. Understand? What happens when I exit the simulation and my memories are erased, as you said? What happens to the simulation? How do you make it coherent? After all, I've been gone for quite some time. So from the moment we stepped into Diginet, into BWI's headquarters, we were stuck in Axis Mundi, I think. And Jester is just the Jester is BWI's representative, and the Diginet is just the internet, I think. Is the internet in BWI. So it is like another anti-capitalist corporate propaganda made by some anti-fascist somewhere. Surely the corporation, as made manifest by this Jester character, is on our side. When you're in realm, your part of the simulation slows down, and you're replaced by a perfectly assembled bot. Jester summoned the well of code. Tell me about the BWI job. What's the nature of my mission? An anomaly known as 314 appeared in the simulation. It has ties to you and a few other people in Pro-Mock OS, but mostly to you. You were supposed to establish contact with it, learn its nature, gain its trust, and hand it over to us. How was I supposed to hand it over? The answer to the question depends on the nature of 314. Its construction, we've already learned so much, thanks to you. I believe that next time we'll be able to intercept 314, we'll likely extract him from your head. Okay, but what about my body? I'm really happy because whenever the first FNAF movie came out, I managed to watch it spoiled free, thankfully. Hopefully the same happens with FNAF 2 movie. Best of luck, Blue Bear. Best of luck. When does FNAF 2 release? Your message didn't go through, Cherry? Omega lol. This might end in death. We might be dying, Graham. Me when I trust like the AI that was made by the evil corporation. We might be dead here. Also, I got 2 blues in like the past second, dude. I'm a cheater. There are many programs in your deck that help you solve problems in Virtualia. In games, you don't struggle with opening locks, you bypass obstacles impervious to other players with your cheats. You con entire game systems. You cheat. Gangway Hound, Re-Educator, Cracker. So my organic body is now lying on a couch in BWI HQ. What happens when I exit the simulation? Why can't I recall the time spent in realm? We continuously erase those memories. Until you solve the case, you're not allowed to access your memory of reality. But as soon as you complete the mission, you'll regain your organic shell and life. Jester pushed against the Diginet's barrier. Come on, Gamedec, a little help? Okay, I'm cool with it. Alright, I'll help you. Deduction, break the Diginet. Tell the Diginet I'm gonna help Jester. I opened a code window and checked how I could help him. It proved to be simple. All it took was sending dense query packets to the Diginet. That's what I needed. Like 4 days away from today, you honestly sounded like one of those videos with the AI voices. For all you know, I am an AI voice. Definitely unsuspicious jester. Yeah, for real. Well, I would have sided with the evil clown. I never side with the evil clown. The evil clown is where it's at, man. You trust definitely not Mr. Evil, guys. Definitely not poisoned hamburger and started to choke. That's when definitely not Mr. Evil again showed he was actually Mr. Evil guy. Yeah. Aha, you fell right into my trap, fool. I'm sorry. Words are one thing, actions are another. Done. Let's get down to business. Let's talk. But not here. Let's close this travesty. And open something more elegant. Enter it. Go on. If I wanted to hurt you, I would have done it already and gone about it differently. Oh, back in my apartment. You can't prove? I heard you speak near your straw. I have no idea what you're talking about. Wow. Alright, we've helped the evil corporation do evil corporate things. I walked straight into my bedroom. Jester was already waiting there for me. This place would have looked perfectly normal if not for the huge portal in the middle of the room and a little man dressed as a clown. So true. Pinch Jester, pinch yourself. Thank you for helping me in the labyrinth. I wouldn't have made it out of the labyrinth without your help. Thank you. You can repay me by doing your job. I'll keep you company as an AR image projected on your lenses. A projection. I turned off my lenses out of curiosity. Jester disappeared. He reappeared as soon as I turned the AR back on, so only I can see you then. Alright, I got 3 hearts. I don't need 3 hearts, I just needed the 2. And hear me. Not even 314 is aware of my presence. I've blocked him. This way, I can quietly advise you while you're carrying out your plan. Why do you think I have a plan? You told me about it before you entered the simulation, and before we removed pieces of your memory, that too was part of the plan. I needed a moment to think. I instinctively walked to the window and grabbed a cup of coffee. I want to fully understand what has just happened. It wasn't anything from this world. Of course it wasn't. As you well know, you're inside a simulation created by BWI. It's a virtualium, though it mimics reality well. 314 infected a Diginet and made her do his bidding. They hid inside the editor, a program that controls the simulation. That's where you are. Are your emotions so intense that it's hard for you to think and remember things? Try to keep calm. It'll help. That place we just left. Axis Mundi, the axis of the world. This world, at least. That's the editor of the simulation we're in. It can be used to make various changes, as long as they comply with the elementary rules of this world. 314 has chosen a good location to sabotage. If he managed to get a hold of a digital body, he could largely influence the simulation from here. Oh shit. I'm just by myself and play around in episode 4 because I'm tired of working this hard. Yeah, Blue Bear, it does seem difficult to make animations in Gary's mod because you are in Gary's mod, and just messing around in Gary's mod is fun in and of itself. Free schizophrenia, yeah, so it would seem. Okay, well, tell me about you, Jester. Who are you? An artificial intelligence. My priority is to keep the simulation working properly. And make sure the goals of the developers are met, keep an eye on the parameters, and keep their psyches from finding out where they are. Okay? Saw my apartment in the labyrinth. We're inside a simulation. Any location can be easily copied. 314 must have done it. Maybe he was trying to intimidate you, or deceive you. Some psyches have strange motivations. It proves that he's been interested in you, though your plan is working. I suspect he'll try to contact you again. The fuck is going on? You're helping me because I'm carrying out some sort of plan. I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, let's sit on the bed. An anomaly appeared in BWI simulation. A faulty being. Self-aware for lacking empathy. It's a terrorist trying to destroy the simulation. We hired you because you're one of the best. You allowed us to trigger partial amnesia in your brain and enter the simulation to eliminate this thing. To avoid suspicion, we've given you a role in this world and a series of tasks that are meant to bring you closer to the anomaly. From that point, you were supposed to rely on your instinct and Gamedec experience. You didn't fail us. You lured 314 out. Who the fuck is this guy? Why are you calling him an anomaly? All the psyches inhabiting the simulation have been created by us. None of these people have ever lived in the real world except you. When BWI created 314, something went wrong. He was unpredictable from the very beginning. He quite quickly set his mind on destroying the simulation and killing all psyches inhabiting it. Now he's also attacking BWI employees. Luckily, the bug was quickly detected, and 314 was deprived of his body. His mind, on the other hand, became non-physical. Why was I chosen? 314 is driven by anger, aggression, and a grudge. I can calculate him, but a human can react far more effectively. Plus, it can't be anyone from the company. I'm an AI. 314 can only be seen by self-aware beings. I have other limitations, too. I can't change my AVI, so I'm instantly recognizable. That's how 314 has been getting away from me. This kid, this AI... Why'd they make the AI a jester? SFM might be better. Well, SFM is fun to play around with as well. I mean, when you're, I don't know, working on animation does just seem like a fun thing to do sometimes, because your mind just gets distracted with other things you could possibly do, and then you're instantly unfocused from what you should be doing. It can be tough. I can't enter Realm locally in a physical form, which is why I present myself to you as an AR projection. Only a human can stop 314. If we agree to do all this, why can't I remember you? We didn't know where 314 was. We suspected he might be in the editor, in other brains. That's why we had to make sure you'd be protected. Memories could have exposed you through instinctive behavior, even a gesture, and, well, we were right. He's infected you with himself. Amnesia allowed you to remain above any suspicion. You followed the trail with success and determination until you lured 314 out of hiding. The plan worked, but we didn't suspect 314 would manage to infect you. How about the current? You're telling me all this for a reason. What do you want from me? 314 already knows that I'm helping you. There's no reason to keep you in the dark anymore. He's accelerated his plan. He's about to go after potential clients and investors invited by BWI for a simulation presentation. You need to stop him from doing it. I need to stop him from peeing in the channel. Problem? What's the problem? The problem is Source Filmmaker is too complicated for you, Blue Bear? Yeah, I see. When you have something like Gmod, it's easy enough to just pose and repose and then take shots and then move a camera around. Source Filmmaker is, especially the tools and the way that the keyboard shortcuts work and the way that a mouse is used in SFM, is kind of complex. My recommendation is always just Blender. I would just use SFM to like download models from the workshop, same with Gmod, and then port it all over into Blender. That's just me. Because Blender is still, for me, like the... I mean, that's what I learned when I was younger, when I wanted to do 3D stuff, is I just learned Blender. They will leak my Discord... They're gonna leak my Discord logs! No! Why does BWI... How does the simulation work? What's it used for? Haven't you figured it out from its name? That's strange. It's perfectly logical. It simulates different episodes of reality. BWI watches the effects, changes some parameters, and then simulates the whole scenario again. This method yields a substantial amount of data. Okay. How am I supposed to stop 314? We don't know where the rest of the anomaly is hiding, but we do know its goal and how to neutralize it. You need to find the super couch, the Deotron. No, it's not an urban legend, it's real. It's a couch for developers. It gives you full control over the simulation, no limitations. You'll use it to prepare 314 for extraction. You'll need to hurry, or he'll hurt the people visiting the realm. They're here today. Why can't you use the editor? The Tree of Knowing and the Labyrinth will also allow you to alter the simulation. Why can't we use them? He wouldn't go there. Too risky. Plus, he's in a hurry. We've spread rumors about the Deotron. It's an old but very powerful machine. He must have heard him, which means he'll be looking for the super couch to use it against BWI's guests. Alright, let's discuss. What do you suggest? You'll go to the BWI Center, where a party will be held for VIPs visiting from the outside for real. The Deotron will be nearby, but not in plain sight. That would make 314 suspicious. Turn on your holovision and I'll show you. Okay, here we go. Here we go. You're using Blender as the editing software. You hope it can do 2D videos as well. Yeah, Blender can do 2D videos. I would recommend an actual video editor, though. Blender has an okay video editor. It's mostly just used for compositions on the stuff you're actually making in Blender, though. Oh, Graham, good luck, man. Jesus. I hope you're okay. The new stream was showing a commercial from an exclusive party organized by BWI for the Creators Club. It was an event for the customers who used the Pygmalion services to design a new human psyche. It's a cover for a presentation held nearby for people from Realm. Still, the VIPs will be able to speak with the living actors. I understand that the people from BWI will expect my arrival, correct? Yeah, I filed a report about you, though I don't know what the CEO will decide. Perhaps you'll have to convince him yourself. So I'm at a Creators Club party. What's next? How do I find the super couch? The couch is located in a place called the D Vault. For safety reasons, I don't have access to the more information. You need to convince the CEO to take you there. The BWI headquarters are heavily guarded. How will I get inside? I added you to the guest list and made sure that BWI will send a new mobile for you. CEO Naba is anxious to meet you. The new mobile is waiting in the tower's parking lot. Good. I take it you understand everything and know what to do? Yes, let's stop this terrorist. Very well. I'll stick around in AR to advise you. Go. I trust Jester. I'm sure he has ulterior motives. But, I'm on his side till the end. We're gonna get this clown to jerk us off. Yo! Hey, Egg. What's up? Speaking of egg, I could go for an egg. I could go for an egg right now. Clearance sectionals. Deliver tomorrow. It is Cyber Monday, isn't it? I want to buy a deep fryer. Yo. Don't do that. We got 3 hearts. Damn. Amicability and trust. Excuse me. I need a lot more intelligence. You know, a lot more yellows and reds. I got 1 blue. That one needs a lot of yellows and reds. I need like 5 blue and a lot more reds. I need a lot more reds, dude. Alright, we at the party. Oh, it's you. Oh, look who it is.
Well.
If it isn't Jeffrey Haggis, resurrected and aware of your previous iteration? Fascinating. This wasn't Haggis from the simulation. He was on a couch in Realum. Yes, I remember. I wanted to say that. Listen, I'll be happy to talk when I have a moment, but I'm here on business, so excuse me. Ask if he knows he's got a live clone in there. You're from Realum, right? Right now, you're lying on a couch somewhere at BWI's Real HQ. What are you doing here? The party is for joint BWI-CA project, officially in the simulation. Very important guests are here from Realum, unofficially. I know the truth about the You are aware that I know everything about the simulation, yes? This world has so many secrets, right? It's good that you know one more. Were you shocked? I envy you. I've yet to experience anything like this. Tell me one thing, Gamedec. What'd you feel when you found out everything around you was a game? After all, it used to be your reality. Honestly, fascination. When you touch the hard walls, the fabric of your clothes, you simply can't believe it's not there. Yet it is. Do you think the doctor will let you leave the hospital today because you need to go somewhere? Cherry, you can leave the hospital whenever you like. Even if you have like a hole in your stomach, you can actually just walk out of the hospital. Hospitals aren't really allowed to hold on to patients legally. So, you can actually just leave whenever you want. If you are in a lot of pain, good luck getting out of the hospital. But hospitals can't legally bind you unless you have like a psychotic break or something like that. I don't really know the details, but you can just leave. You can't just leave. You are like a real independent person. Because they don't have guns. The police have guns, and they can hold you, because if you try and leave, they shoot you. That's a different story, though. But the doctors don't have guns. You're in pain, though? Best of luck, Cherry! Best of luck. Good luck! Make sure you don't let them know that. Yes, the simulation is perfect. As I'm standing here, I also can't get over the feeling that... Ah, here comes Mr. CEO. Gamedec, allow me to introduce my supervisor. President John Naba, PhD, CEO of Blue Whales Interactive. The real one, from Realum. Good morning to you, sir. What an encounter. He lowered his glasses and looked me over for a moment. Here's our Gamedec. I've heard about you, and believe me when I say the pleasure is all mine. Good morning, Doctor. Magnificent product. Congratulations, you almost had me fooled. He smiled at me and then looked at Haggis. That is all for now, Mr. Haggis. I shall join you in a moment. Yes, of course. Haggis doesn't know he's got a clone in the simulation, nor do some of the people at this party. Some of them just live in this world. I haven't fired this dimwit in Realum because there's another one in the simulation and it's too much of a hassle. Funny, isn't it? I assume it was Director Haggis who created most of our surroundings, and now his twin is a guinea pig. It is funny. Alright, to the point then. This party is a cover for a key presentation. Potential clients will see the simulation what the simulation's capable of. Hiding it in Paradise Beach will add some panache. See clients enter from here from Realum, and from here they go deeper, to Haggis's villa. I hope you'll behave. Actually, it doesn't matter. Whatever you do is bound to be fascinating. I'm your biggest fan. Where can I find the Deotron? Jester urged me not to trust you, but his opinion's just the analysis of an AI stuck in the stimulations bubble. I value actions over words. He looked at me through his navy blue spectacles and let the last sentence sink in. Your target is the Deotron, a super couch. It's the only solution to each equation, no matter if you love us or hate us. Don't worry, your tenant can't hear us. Jester's blocking him. 314 is useless to us trapped in your head. We want him redispersed. You helped us see, and finally understand him. But we can't examine him. He thinks Deotron can give him superpowers. We know this tool will prepare him to be extracted from your head. I hope you'll carry out the last act of this mission. Even if you don't trust us, you still are our agent. That's just how it is with nasty corporations. He gave me a sad smile. Okay, enough chit-chat. Jester will release the guest in your head. If he's kept deaf and blind for too long, he'll become suspicious. So be careful what you say. Let's go. You'll figure something out, and now you lurk again. Best of luck, Jerry. The Deotron. The CEO's just walking around by himself, huh? Got a bunch of dorks and chairs. See these couches? Our guests are lying on them. Bigwigs, heads of PNF, private military forces, ad agencies, all kinds of other entities. Interested in learning human behavioral patterns is in all kinds of situations. The nature of their work makes them less eager to ask. How BWI managed to develop such excellent simulations, they see us as the leader of the AI market, and they're good with that. Impressing them means they'll buy our service, where we offer them custom scenarios along with analyses. It's a great opportunity for BWI. So, what's the presentation going to be about? The simulation is the first world in gaming history that allows you to enter sensory worlds from Realum. Acceleration lets you check a lot of iterations. We'll discuss this in the casual setting of Paradise Beach. Haggis's villa will be perfect. I hope the dimwit is lying down and looking after our guests. Most have already made it to the beach, and I must join them soon. Is it a good idea to hold such an important event with 314 on the loose, sitting inside my head and hatching a plan? No, but the dates for these meetings are arranged many, many months in advance. The CEO of Crystal Dust will see us as unreliable should he hear we've made a last-minute change to the meeting date. Besides, you've met Yet, Tick, and Rick. There are alternative histories of his favorite mercs. We put him in just for him. Nanette Duckett, who we've enticed by preparing a scenario dedicated to her foundation, would also see us as unreliable partners. We have 2 BWI admin teams watching us, the Magnificent 3 and the Steadfast 6. That's what we call them. We'll be safe. The CEO gave me a lingering look. The fact that you're already at this party proves that we place great stock in your actions and thoughts. We're hoping that 314 will show his hand, make a move that'll be impossible to miss, and that'll help us catch him, Gamedec. Gonna play Mortal Kombat. Best of luck, Blue Bear. That game's tough. I'm bad at fighting games. You're not afraid of getting found out. You're showing the simulation to Realum customers? You're not afraid of an actor in this circus suddenly yelling they're alive, self-aware? The man smiled. You want to try? Go ahead. Let me tell you what will happen. The guests will nod their heads, awed by our brilliant AIs, and congratulate us. It'll be an event, an ad. My dear naive Gamedec, they're here looking for a good investment. They want to see a viable product. Nothing else matters. Let's go, Mr. President. Yes. Damn, making a bunch of sounds on this glass. They got the sharks swimming around down there, brother. They got a bunch of sharks down there. To add some luster in the eyes of the simulation residents, that is, we've invited a few local celebrities. Do you recognize Ken Zhao? Wave to Ken. I waved to Ken. He paused his conversation, smiled, and shot me with his fingers. Then he resumed his discussion with Eleonora. Sad, isn't it? He doesn't know you in this iteration. He achieved success in Goodabads, became a celebrity. I listened intently while keeping my eyes on Ken and Eleanor's lips. What were they talking about? Mr. Zhao, how can you stand such excruciating pain? It's amazing, exhilarating to see you so. Chief, can I call you that? Boy, you can call me whatever you want. It comes down to breathing and understanding that pain is just information. Once you master it, you know that it hurts, but it doesn't. Fascinating. And can you convince yourself that pleasure is just information? She's fucking horny for the gamer, dude. The man laughed. Chief, that's a dangerous question. I prefer I hadn't heard it because now I might get into trouble. There will be no trouble, I promise. Why doesn't Ken recognize me? I'm not sure I When you enter the Tree of Knowing in Knight's Code, Jester forced the simulation to reset. New scenarios were uploaded. This time, Ken's game wasn't interrupted. Many things changed for many people. You're the only simulation resident who remembers the previous iteration. That's because you were in Axis Mundi during the reset. You can survive every end of the world in there. Let's keep moving, Mr. President. You'll be going alone from here. Here's a key card. It'll open the default entrance for you to that door over there. I must attend to the guest. I'll be entering Paradise Beach shortly. Do help us with 314. I'm counting on you. Why don't you trust me, Mr. President? It's damn unreasonable. This piece on the chessboard has been set up. Anything that happens is meant to happen. Keep in mind that we always have the ultimate option of pulling the plug. Good luck. Yeah, pulling the plug on my ass. Join me in the elevator. This way, please. I called the elevator. Time to go down. I was going to let the chips fall where they may. We in the vault, brother. We in the vault. The vault! The unofficial name for the highest level of Polis. Multisensory Encyclopedia. Okay. The elevator took me several levels down and stopped on an unmarked floor. There was a computer in the room. Cracker would be good. I've got everything else except like the one that I need. Holy shit. Down we go. We in the computer! This well is enormous. Here we are. I didn't believe we would make it. God damn it, something's happening to me. Where are we? Jester said we're in the D-Vault. This must be it. The drawers around us contain rendons with living psyches, the prisoners of the simulation. It's a lot, isn't it? Are we gonna find the super couch here? The Deotron? Is that what you need? What do you really want? I'm tired. I just want to end this, one way or another. Even if I have to destroy this whole shit show, I just want this to end. The simulation is a fucking nightmare. Somebody has to close up shop. You want to destroy a project with billions of credits? Am I understanding you correctly? You don't understand shit. He gave me a bitter smile. But it's hard not to be oblivious when you're surrounded by nothing but lies. We live inside a prison, and we have to break out of it. Do you see these thousands of rendons? These are people, damn it. Killed, tortured, and respawned in more and more fucked up scenarios. And for what? Just to check something? So that some corporate fool could see how a terrorist attack would affect the company's stock? Yes, they're real psyches, and you've just said that you want to kill them all. You're a psychopath. I'm you, for fuck's sake. Understand? I'm you. How's that possible? You're joking, right? No, you're my clone, a twin. My tragedy is that the simulation doesn't have double brains. Once my iteration ended, I dispersed across multiple rendons. My rendon became lost to iteration 315 and then 316. You. I'm iteration 314, the first one to discover I was in a simulation, and the one that had to disperse to survive. But I've learned a lot from this. Staying in multiple heads has given me substantial knowledge. Best of luck, Jerry. Nice. The other benefit was that, apart from the living people whose rendons I inhabited, I was invisible. No goddamn Jester could see me. He entered your rendon because it's his brain as well. That's why you entered my brain. It's your rendon too. It fits you like a glove. The problem is it's also my central nervous system. It was mine first. It's my home too, understand? He kept quiet for a moment. Just trust me, alright? Would I lie to myself? I'm in your head, remember? I'm not sure we can work this out. Damn it, something's happening to me.
I am in control.
I'm finally here. That terrorist is one stubborn beast, I'll give him that. The android Andromedoc, you mindless robot, I'll tell you what to do. Open your deck, I'll teach you how to turn it off. I can see him with your eyes. I can hear him. Don't listen to him. He's a psychopath. Don't let him take control of you. Don't listen to that prick. Of course I'm siding with Jester. Jester, what do I do to shut up the man in my head? Open your deck! Jester gave me a series of instructions, and I immediately did what he said. 314's vision began to fade. I can't believe he'd be so stupid. I can't believe I could be so stupid, you... Alright, now use the Deotron. Alright, let's use the Deotron. Look at this fucking thing, dude. We got Cerebrome in here. We're entering Cerebro. Oh god. I laid down and put on the helmet. The machine turned on and I felt a strange rush of energy. It definitely wasn't a regular couch. The Deotron is an old, forgotten tool. They replaced it with the Axis Mundi editor. Still, it has all the necessary functions. Lie down. One of the screens lit up. It was reaching to my thoughts and eye movements. I felt someone thinking inside me without my permission. The data on the screen started to change. WCG 316 appeared next to the red area. I felt very strange, as if I had become part of a shared ego. I started feeling sick. What did you do? I unpacked. I'm finally home. Well, at least most of me is. Okay, no time for chit-chat. Jesus Christ. This is scary. My thoughts weren't mine anymore. I saw 314 perform some operations on the screens, but I didn't understand what I was looking at. We have access to all functions. Now we just need to find these bastards. There, the BWI presentation is really about Paradise Beach. You okay? You okay? You okay? Shark blanket is on sale for Cyber Monday. That doesn't even make any sense. Go to Paradise Beach. Here we are. Finally at Paradise Beach, man. We finally there. It only took all game to get here. Something at the end of a path caught my attention. I paused. Take a closer look. It was nothing interesting, just a regular walkway. That got my ass. There's a developer stack. Something translucent glimmered in the air. It reminded me of something. It's a developer stack. Leave it. We won't need it. I suspected he was lying. I needed to inquire further. Agree and leave. You're probably right. Besides, I probably don't need access codes anyway. It won't let me leave. I think Nava has the codes. What do you think? Most likely. He scrutinized me with his gaze. I'm worried about your behavior. Let's take a scan. Agree. Delete the motherfucker. Try to do something? Delete the motherfucker. I opened the deck window, a few moves of my fingers, and Jester was gone. Oops, I wasn't sure why he did it. I just felt it was the right thing to do. It was the only way, carefully planned over the course of hundreds of iterations. What the fuck? Great, let's get this party started. It must be the developer stack. Where's the access point? Everything's flickering. Why do you need the stack? We both need it. We must cut off this location from the outside access and get permission. Then we can use the loop and the TMP one. Found the access point. Can you see the flashing light? He extended my hand and opened the stack windows. Shit, the protocols are encrypted differently than I expected. We must get the access codes from someone. Shit, can I load? I didn't want to do that. Okay. Run it back. I didn't want to delete Jester. Delete the fucker. They got my ass, man. Take a closer look. Nothing, just a regular walkway. Check out what's in the path. Ignore. I have to go. I have to delete the guy. No shot I actually have to delete the guy. We don't need it. Agree and leave. Leave. Oh god. Inquire about the codes. What do you think? Most likely. I agree. Try to do something. Ask why. Protest. No, I have to delete him. Oh fuck. Why do you need the stack? We both need it. We must cut off this location with the outside access and get permissions. Then we can use the loop, the TMP one, remember? Found the access point. Can you see the flashing light? Alright. Alright, sweet. Get the access codes. Is it in the plant? Perfect. You can tell it's a special ideation. I felt bad, like a mismatched piece of puzzle. I wasn't supposed to be here. Focus. Think about what you really want. Return to Naba. I need to talk to Naba. We call it the ProMach OS, a probabilistic machine. The CEO of Blue Whales Interactive was talking to the guest, smiling and flashing his navy blue glasses. He was beaming with an aura of confidence and power. I registered in his peripheral vision, and he tipped his glasses to me. Ah, here's our game deck. You got here quick. See? It's all going according to plan. I hope everything will be alright. Don't mess with stuff. Don't let him know I've unpacked. 314 is unpacked. Hold on, that wasn't our deal. I wasn't able to speak. He's here. Yes, I know. You'll manage. Our admins are watching. Stay calm. Fuck, dude. I'm gonna die. Try to summon Jester. I tried to focus. Jester. He's glitched out. His glitched out likeness loomed in front of my eyes with a caption underneath it. System boot 32114, please wait. You'll control him. Ask for help with extracting him. I'll need access codes for this instance to control him. He looked up as if consulting the admins. Really? So it's more serious than I thought. Very well, if you really need them. 3. Warn him. 3. Download the codes, take the codes, copy the codes. Oh god. I downloaded the codes. Thank you, I'll get back to... Oh, keeping my fingers crossed. Have you seen or heard anything suspicious? 314 may be using invisibility, but even between our... It may be leaving after images or causing light refractions. I know. I've neither seen nor heard anything, and keeping my eyes and ears open. Relax. Admins are watching. Give them a minute. Now excuse me, I'm busy. Really? Fucking summon Jester, dude. Jester, please, dude. Okay. Beach chair? Think about what to do next. Focus. Detach yourself from this. Focus. Think about what to do next. Push away the nagging thoughts. No! Take a deep breath. Fuck! I need to go back to developer stack. Ah! They're killing me, dude! They're fucking killing me! No, dude! I made my way to the developer stack. Alright, now give me a moment. He extended my hand and opened the stack windows. He entered the acquired codes and confirmed the operation. I felt a strange energy rush. Okay, that should do. We'll trap him in loops. Then those BWI bastards will have to negotiate with us. Let's go. Excuse me? No, I have to return to Naba. No, dude. Lock him in a loop.
Let us have a conversation.
I discreetly opened a deck window only I could see. Resin directed the guest's attention to the fool. Look now, in a moment you'll see a shark there. Looks just like the real thing. While pretending to fix my hair, I targeted Naba. He was in my sights. I looked at the icon of the loop and exploit from TMP. Is that shark gonna eat that girl? Shark gone. Okay, the shark fucking ate her, dude. So lifelike, right? Now to give the command and voila, we've got ourselves some real drama. My god, amazing. If everything in this damn simulation ran on one engine, it should work here too. I gave the mental command to start the program. Looks so brilliant, doesn't it? Now wait for... I've waited an eternity for this, Mr. CO, in a loop. Shit yourself, fucker. Focus, you're going to straight to Nanette. No dawdling, got it? I don't like this. I don't want to carry out your... Alright, save it. You're nagging on my conscience as it is. I'm taking over, you'll thank me later. No! 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 I struggle to believe that Nanette was really on a couch in Realum, probably at BWI's HQ, and only her schwanky avatar was here. She was entertaining guests with the tale of her foundation, her successful foundation. As I approached, she spared me a glance. Of course she didn't recognize me. I wonder if she was aware of having a clone here. Try to summon Jester again. Please, Jester. I saw his blurry portrait flickering before my eyes along with a caption. More system reboots, more wait times, reset all system countdown. 3, 2, 1. Error. Fuck. Ask her for help. My larynx and tongue felt like they were made of stone. My face had become a mask. I couldn't move any of its muscles. I witnessed my hands opening the deck, choosing the loop program, aiming at Nanette. Excuse me, are you feeling okay? My finger clicked on the icon to start the program. Well, alright, never mind. She looked at the chatting people. Getting back to what I was saying a moment ago. Now she keep repeating this sentence again, over and over. Alright, now it's Haggis's turn. He's here too. Further down, behind the house. Go, and no sightseeing. Damn it, can you stop controlling my body? It's my body too, and no, I can't. Hello, Just Silly, what's up? You love my VTuber model? Thank you. I got a drink. It's not working. The buttons aren't working, dude. No shot. A woman just like you seduced my son. Oh, I'm controlling this guy. This doesn't look right at all. Should I be doing this? I fucking... Oh!
Don't fuck with me.
What fucking times and fucking problems? Credibility? Fucking credibility. Where do you find it? Ask if he knows Nav but thinks he's an idiot. Ask for his help. My lips remained shut, I couldn't say anything. Instead, my hands opened a window that only I could see and proceeded to give commands. What's happened to your face? What the fuck are you doing? I can see you're messing with some kind of window. My fingers tapped on the sights, a digital aura enveloped him. Buddy, whatever you're doing, stop. Ah, screw it. His movements told me that he had opened a window of his own and was giving commands. My finger hovered to the icon and start the loop. He opened his eyes wide, he'd figured out what was going on. You motherfucker. He packs a punch. My finger landed on the icon to start the loop by itself. Ah, you'll be punching now. All you'll be punching now is air, sucker. There, we have ourselves a trinity. 3 arguments, 3 leverages, 3 hooks. Let's go. Are you sure you know what you're doing? Your friend's driving you home now, Cherry? Congrats. Maybe you should have stayed. You're in so much pain now. Cherry, you might die. So I hope freedom was worth it. It's my first time doing it. Oh my god, do you see what happened to him? This is such a weird segment. I'm just not controlling myself now. I'm controlling 314? He turned my head upward and started looking around. I know you're watching us, shitheads. You saw what I did to those 3 people in this mess. Show yourselves or I'll put those fuckers down. I looked at the empty sky. There was nothing up there. What's your plan? What do you want to do? The only thing I can do. Start killing those we had locked in the loops. He turned my face to the sky again. Hear me? I'll make those loops go faster and your buddies' heads will burn like light bulbs. They don't have rendons. Organic brains can't take it. You know that, don't you? Who are you talking to? There's no one up there. Them, the admins, the Magnificent 3 or the Steadfast 6. I'm not sure, but as you can see, they're afraid to react. Okay, I warned you. What do you call the upper hand in negotiations? Batna, right? I'll show you the fucking Batna and fry your CEO's brain. Oh, fuck. Painkillers were made for a reason? True. I saw my hands open an unfamiliar window. It looked like a time control panel in the simulation. At the moment, temporal flows were set to a natural pace. That made sense. BWI invited guests from Realm, so the simulations could be accelerated. But the slider could be set to 20 times normal speed. My finger touched the locked-in a loop icon, and a new window appeared. It also had a time slider, but that was only meant for Naba, Nanette, and Haggis. I saw myself set the time to 10-fold acceleration. Oh, fuck. See that? I just accelerated your buddies 10 times. How long can their brains go on? Are they sizzling already? Stop it. We understand your threat. We're open to negotiation. Fucking cowards, you're hiding behind a jester avatar? Only Naba and Haggis have enough guts to show their real faces. Tell me what you want. What are your demands? Thousands of thoughts were running through my mind. I want... Become a god. Inform the media about the simulation's existence. End the simulation resets. Set free the people trapped in the simulation. Escape to Realm. Get rid of 314. I want you to set us free. I want to end this. I want things to go back to normal. That's pretty vague. Let's talk about it. Let's settle the conditions. He looked at another jester uneasily. The other looked back and glanced at yet another one. He then looked at the one who spoke first. Focus on jester's non-verbal communication. Check processes in the location. Wait. They were probably discussing what they could offer us and what wasn't possible. That was taking time. Huge responsibility. They were screwed. The world around me started to vibrate. Something very bad was happening. Delete 314 from my head. Get this thing out of my head. I don't care what you do. You heard the man, Andrew. Suck it up. What are you doing, you idiot? I might damage the original. Fuck that. Suck it up. No, please. No, please. Something's wrong. Fucking shit. The worlds are overlapping. But why? We're dying. We're dying. We're so dead. Until now, there was one Psyche Perendon. This was the first time there were two, and now they're split. Fuck, Andrew, you screwed it up. Nah, fuck, that's not it. And maybe... I told you this Deotron was a bad idea. This junk caused it all. Everything's overlapping and going toward. Oh, fuck. Happy hunting grounds. Andrew, why the fuck you even in this world? Alright, shut up. It's that fucking kill switch. I couldn't separate 314 from the stem. I'm reverting. I'm rolling everything back to the previous iteration. No, Andrew, Whoa. Happy hunting grounds. The happy hunting grounds. What the fuck is going on here, man? Wow, cheese. Wow, cheese. It seems you got back at a very dramatic moment. What happened to make us go against Jester now? We are not against Jester. The guys outside in Realum were using Jester as a model in the game. They're negotiating with the terrorist in my head. So what, you crazed motherfucker? See any signs? Do you see any fucking signs? I'll give you a sign. A potato Goman.
You again?
The android Andromeda. Is that you? Can you explain what's going on? I died. I remember that. Jester killed me in the tree unknowing. Don't ask how, but I was dying on a low city walkway, blinked, and then saw a fucker from Knight's Code above me. Right here. I had to kill him. Or he would have fucking killed me. Do you know what's going on? The games have collided with real. Everything's turned to shit. He blinked and opened his mouth. Are you serious? God, Chief, you're absolutely amazing. If the sky's the limit, then go there. Oh, wow. I'm not sure he understands. So, what do we do, Chief? This place is a slaughterhouse. It's not safe. I don't know. I feel that the only reasonable thing to do is to look for the Tree of Knowing. If there's a way out, is there a way out of here? It's there. Want to join me? Of course we'll go together. It goes without saying, Chief. I'll follow you anywhere. Let's go, brother. I need some muscle, because I don't have any of the muscle. There's a T-Rex. She's fucking dead. She's so dead. She's dead. She's deader than dead. They're gonna shoot her. They dropped a shark on those guys. Oh.
Well, what's going on?
Horny? Oh, her name's Horny. The android Andromeda. What's going on? One moment, I'm in TNP with my husband, and then there was a bang, and we appeared here, and it's a bloodbath. Logging out isn't an option. The code tells me we must hurry because it's all going to shit. I'm going to breach a barrier north of here. I need your help because I can't exactly clone myself. How can I help? Find Bob. He's looking for our son. Barnaby was playing Knight's Code, but everything seems to overlap in here, including that game. If you could find Barnaby, or better, both of them, that would be amazing. Where'd Bob go? You saw those fucked up samurai when they were chasing me, right? Nice move with the shark there. You're not surprised that a shark appeared here? Never mind. Bob ran in the direction they came from, west of here, behind the reptile's face. My scans are showing bits of Knight's Code there and behind the fucking barrier, but yeah, it needs to be breached first. Okay. I bet as that whale was falling, it thought, this again. That's an old-ass reference. You didn't believe me, but I knew. Lizard people. It was all a simulation. Is that Bob? Oh, they fucking cut his head off.
Spare me, please.
Get a hold of yourself, son. Don't kill me. I can't. Stop whining and just do it. All this droning and moaning is making me want to slit my own throat. Where's this fucking fool? He's gone. He wanted a massacre, enough to blackmail me, and threatened to hurt Fredo. Here's his massacre. Don't get rid of me. Your turn will come, and I don't really understand. You don't fucking have to. Do what you love. Where are we even? Has someone bothered to ask this question? Is this
There's no
hell?
prophecy, only the truth.
Alright, Eagle, you want an invitation? Here's your invitation. Kill him, or you die. The woman looked up and noticed me. Hold off on whatever it is you're thinking you're about to do and listen. We can recruit her. It's good to have a clan member on your side. Oh, my favorite game deck. Join me in for a show. Shoot Umbra. Tell her to release the prisoners. Why are you killing these people? What's this about? Why are you killing these people? Ragnarok, understand? Lord ordered it. Judgment day is upon us. The tree is in danger. Only the faithful shall remain. A pleasant chore. Bob, or whatever your name is, are you ready to die? No, wait! Whoop. Whatever, Umbra's my wife anyway. This blood looks tasty. Observe. Umbra, the world's falling apart and you're playing sadist. We could be crushed at any moment. We must survive. Join forces. Let's go. She gave a perplexed look to her group. Fuck, it's a shame, though. So many heads to cut off. Start thinking rationally. Can't you see everything's falling apart? Ugh, you're right. Lead the way. And you guys, do whatever you want. I looked at the prisoners. Anyone know what's going on? I was going to a party, but they said I had other duties, so I was sitting in my office angry, and suddenly... What was that? Did I pass out? I've been logged out in some fucking game? Bad news, Director Haggis. Your life was a lie. We're inside a simulation. All you have is a rendant, nothing more. Oh fuck. Oh fuck, we're killing everybody. Bob is in Piss Blob? Yeah. They cut Bob's head off, man. Oh fuck, I remember something. The tree is my safe. The panda is the key. Fucking hell, fuck, fuck, fuck. I'm gonna kill you, Naba. I'll fucking kill you, you piece of shit. Let's fuck him up. Somehow, Kill Them All remained cool as ice. I saw a group of these unarmored bastards not far from here. They hang around here. What if they hurt somebody? I could rally the guys and get rid of them. Keep him close, let him act. I could use your help, Kill Them All. Semper Fi, my boy. Gather a team of at least 3 people. Well, Bob's dead. I was gonna say, are all these dudes on my team now? Alright, we got a lot of people on our side. Sorry, Rhonda, you're... It's you!
Speak.
Sorry, Hornay. Oh, there's a shootout going on over there. Aw, man. No longer a regular Cherry. Oh. Oh. Oh, that guy's crawling. I forgot I got a gun from the car. Tell me. Bob logged out. Bob logged out. Everything's fine. Are you kidding me? You can't log out from here. Tell me the truth. He really logged out. We found a gateway. I let him go first, and then it stopped working. He's safe. I don't believe you. I have to look for him, find out what happened. Okay, bye. Look at that fucking car, dude. It turned into a locker. I feel like I'm in a Gmod animation right now. Hey, Lord, I need to get inside the tree. Let me through. It's a sacred place. You're not going in there. The creator will join the fruit, the branch, and the trunk. The world is crumbling. Only the tree can restore it. It can't be disturbed. I should have been talking to the minds of these idiots. They screwed everything up. We don't have time. Let Umbra talk. Can you shoot him? I looked at Umbra and nodded. That's him, Gallo, 314. The next incarnation. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. Let us through. The man blinked, looked at her, and turned his eyes to me. But how is that possible? I saw the signs. Lord stood there speechless. The woman looked at him and looked at me and hissed. Now, before he snaps out of it, quite a bluff, huh? What happened? The air is getting thick. What was happening? I passed out? I honestly have no idea either. Oh, everybody's dematerializing. No, my wife is gonna dematerialize. No! Umbra, my wife! Oh, I dematerialized as well. Away I go. You're here. Let's agree on some things. Do you know why you're still alive? It's because I work for you. I'm alive because I work for you. You hired me, isn't that right? No. Whoever told you that was lying. Unless you came up with it yourself, then nice try, but it didn't work. You're alive because your Rendon is linked to the stem, the simulation's core. The link was likely made in the Deotrod, that damn old couch. We didn't know it had that function. Perhaps Haggis put it there. He figured out we wanted to put his clone in the simulation, and this was his safety net. It's hard to say. Maybe he shared the existence of this tool. Shared the existence of this tool with 314 before we took away his memory. Anyway, your link to the stem is the main reason you're alive. Your death would damage the simulation, possibly including its actors. How long is the For how long have you been conducting this experiment? The question didn't need to be answered. Didn't need to be asked. You say the only reason I'm alive is that my Rendon or Psyche is linked to the simulation. As far as I know, nothing that was linked can be unlinked. Nothing that was linked can be unlinked. Once you unplug the simulation from my Rendon, my life becomes meaningless. If I were you, I would just reset me. Why deal with the problem? What guarantee do I have that it won't just do that? It won't do just that. He was silent for a while. So wait, the first guy we met in the Tree of Life was telling the truth? The 314 guy? I have no idea, Jack. Things are starting to, like, really get at me. Am I playing Gamedec, Alaskan? This is indeed Gamedec. Things are starting to get a little confusing on my end. What's the purpose of the simulation? That's a good question. The simulation is Pro Mac OS, meaning Probability Machine Operating System, a system based on probabilities. Blue Whale Interactive is not a big company. Creating the Pygmalion technology was its greatest success, but also its biggest problem. We're the only ones capable of creating a living psyche, a DigiNet. This puts the company in the competition's crosshairs. Freck Noir, Heavy Industries, 11 Bits, Interscope Corporation, all waiting to scoop us up. They mean to take us over, steal our tech, discredit us. It's war. BWI stands no chance in an agent war against 3 behemoths. That's why our genius, Dr. Naba, came up with Pro Mac OS. It allows us to anticipate thousands of scenarios that could jeopardize our company's existence. And that was all. BWI security, preventing a hostile takeover. Why, no. Pro Mac OS proved invaluable in other areas as well. It accelerated our work on artificial intelligence. It expanded our knowledge of human psychology and social behaviors, and finally, it became a commodity, sold to a select clientele. Selling the simulation is suicide for BWI. Why sell pieces of simulation? Why share it? For profit, of course. To observe how our clients interact with the simulation. To probe their weaknesses. Can I give you the story up to this point? Oh god, Alec. No. It's kind of long-winded. We are a Gamedec. We're a private investigator for apparently Blue Whale Interactive, which is a mega corporation. And we're investigating we're trying to sort out their code, I guess. You were asleep for 30 minutes, then took a shower, now getting ready for work tonight. Those who buy simulation access will do so for a specific goal, to solve their problems. Knowing what those are is our weapon. What was the purpose? All you've been saying about the simulation points to a big project meant to protect BWI. What then was the purpose of my scenario? The first was part of the overall objectives of Pro Mac OS. It was to check if Haggis was the company's weak link, given his family issues. Would he break under blackmail? Would he reveal trade secrets? The second one, the one in Harvest Time, was developed for our client, Miss Nanette Duckett. Its goal was to play out scenarios where Nanette's foundation ceases to generate immense profits. We embellished the story a bit to put fear in a client and get her to buy our product. We took this opportunity to see how well Rendon's tolerated acceleration. The simulation is inherently accelerated, you know. Something happened to the background. Children were accelerated even more. It turns out that Rendons made by Interscope Corporation were surprisingly resilient. The next part of your chase after you took yourself to Lower Warsaw City, where we put Crystal Dust Mercenaries, a potential customer's company. That's also where we tested a scenario that explored dependence on virtual sex among city inhabitants. Knight's Code is our product. A clan run by Galomar, also known as Lord, operates in Realum. We wanted to see if his religion could hurt the game. And that's all you saw. Naturally, the simulation has plenty more series that showcase more momentous events and games with higher stakes. Your path was interesting for its inclusion of Haggis, whom your previous iteration had contacted or discovered the simulation on its own. We decided to check if it could happen again. Can a Pro Mac OS actor discover the truth about their world? And how come 314 disappeared? It turned out that he didn't disappear, just dispersed. Brilliant. I doubt it was his idea. We'll look into it. Okay. How many people watch over the Pro Mac OS? How do you feel about it? What do you think of it? Been a long time, and also Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Michael. Merry Christmas. See, every problem has something they love. Every person has something they love, lost, or are afraid of. The board knows the answer to the last question for everyone in the know. It knows how to keep things under control. Trust me. How many living actors are there? How many people have you imprisoned here? Living ones? Rendon owners? You don't expect me to answer that, do you? I saw your default. It had thousands of rendons, maybe more. You saw the default's representation of the simulation. Hardly useful knowledge. The real default, being bigger, makes things that much worse for you. Good point. No data. Okay. Ooh, we are not deducing anything. It was always about 314, wasn't it? What are you going to do with him? A fascinating entity, a psyche with no brain, no rendon. We'll examine him. It may be the biggest breakthrough since Matrix theory. Don't worry about his existence. We'll make sure it's a long and happy one. This may be a dumb question, but can't you just end it all? Release people from the simulation? That is a dumb question. Thousands of rendons, many with clones of influential people, and they're suddenly told their world is fake? We release them into mobriums paid for by someone. They'd all need apartments, as Realm doesn't support ethereal existence. And they all keep quiet about where they've been, that they've been reset, that BWI imprisoned them in Pro Mac OS. They keep quiet because we ask them nicely. They all find jobs, and no employer finds it odd they don't have INs. Ins that they appeared out of nowhere. Do you see how ridiculous all this sounds? Why a jester skip? Scott Gimmer. Oh, hey, Scott. Welcome back, man. Good to see ya. Am I making any real progress? Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's like a good question. We'll see. Why are you hiding behind your face behind the jester's character? Are you a coward? What the fuck? Firstly, I don't want you to know what I look like. Secondly, it's how we always do things. The simulation's accelerated basically all the time. The jester's avatar accumulates our slow speech and neatly process it. Naturally, right now, we're not accelerating anything. But it's our ironclad rule. Simulation actors don't see admins. The one exception is Dr. Naba, but he's a genius and our CEO. Then there's Haggis, the clone, that is, but he's here as punishment. The real Haggis doesn't care anyway, so that's his business. The Promac OS of yours is reasonable place. Case for a prosecutor. It's a machine for genocide, withdrawal from passing judgment. Say it's a fake life simulator. It's a reasonable place. A rather reasonable place. It can be modeled to fit one's preferences, that is, if the environment can be altered. As for the experience of being indistinguishable from realm, what's the difference? Especially if you know admins who will hook you up. The person hiding behind Jester's skin stared at me. I must admit, you surprised me. You speak sense, which means you have a future. Where are we here? What's your goal? You must have a plan. More like, we have a plan. Kind of, yeah. But it's a big kind of, I think, right now. We expected you to have around 6 ideas about where to take your existence. Each of us will discuss one of them with you and consider its feasibility, understand? You can only discuss one option with each of us. Oh. I think the game crashed. The game crashed. Fuck. No, dude. Come on. Oh, my balls, my balls. I hope I don't have to do all that again. Fuck. This is a good spot to take a break, though. I'm gonna be right back. All this talking is making me thirsty. Alright, I'll be right back. I'll take a quick break. Oh, I closed out my music. Fuck. Be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom and go piss. Damn. That was a lot of talking. Hear me. Okie doke. I'm back. Went piss. I went piss. I peed on and oh, I gotta start the game again. That's right, the game crashed. And for gore. Game crashing matches the theme nicely. Yeah, I think so. Pretty apt, I'd say. Those 6 dudes crashed my damn game. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. Bum. Bum, bum, bum. Alright. New content. What does the new content mean? This auto-saved 7 minutes ago. No shot, dude. Alright, I'm gonna try to speedrun this. Sorry. We went too far away, but we're definitely gonna... A potato Goman to the face.
You again. Can you explain what's going on?
Worlds have collided. Join me. Let's go, buddy. Let's go. I gotta watch these guys get crushed by a big fish again. You gonna go, Ian? Gotcha. Have a good one, man. The shark.
Well, what's going on?
Hello, Hornet. Okay. I'll go look for Bob. Look for Bob, get Bob's head cut off. I knew it. I knew it. You don't believe, but I do. Lizard people are destroying our reality. It was all a simulation. Slice.
Spare me, please.
Get a hold of yourself.
There
Don't
is
kill
no
me.
prophecy, only the truth.
Tell her to join me. Keep him close. Oh, Bob survived this time. Okay. Well, good for Bob. Help Rhonda find her son. No, Bob's alive. Okay. Okie doke. Got the achievement for keeping Bob alive. Probably nothing so important, I imagine. At least I would get to see some of what you missed since you passed out. Well, we're speedrunning it, so all the narrative is sort of awash. Oh shit, he's dead. There's the Lord. There's our Father the Lord. That one turned into a bridge. That's not right. I need to get into the Lord of Light. Let Umbra talk. Umbra knows. Quite a bluff, huh? Just getting things ready to go to work, Alaska? Nice. Well, Bob gets to be dematerialized this time as well. And then I get to be dematerialized, but I also get to engage with the tree, which is funny. Then 6 portals show up, and then hopefully the game doesn't crash. We're gonna talk as fast as possible, and assume that that was the problem with the game. Because I work for you, of course, clearly. How long has the simulation existed? What's the purpose of the simulation? Is security the only goal? What do you achieve by selling? Money, of course. What's the purpose of my scenario? Damn, dude. What simulations creator think about it? Why are you hiding behind a jester skin? This link to the stem can be severed. What are they gonna do with 314? How many living actors are there? Agree with him. Can you release people from the simulation? Pass judgment. Say it's a reasonable place. Negotiate. Okay. He has a plan. All right, let's find out. Okay, here we are. Here we are about where we crashed. We're running the game for too long, it seems. Let's see. Let's find out where these go. Hello, this is Gate 6. Very modest, but attractive in a way, and therapeutic. Our analyses show that you want to just go back to the beginning in the simulation. No memories to relive a part of your life. And then again, you could just be Pro Mac OS's living actor. To walk this path, you don't need to meet any requirements. You didn't have to achieve anything, make any effort. It's a path of the common man, no pretense, no striving for heroism. Just as ordinary life in an extraordinary world. Are you interested? Let me think about it some more. Well, of course. Alright, let's pick an ending. I'm standing at gate number 5. These exits symbolize a very strange, although interesting solution, namely dispersing in the cloud. Just like 314 dispersed to multiple other Rendons, becoming possibly the most fascinating phenomenon in our reality, you'd have the opportunity to follow in his footsteps, disperse your psyche, become a ghost whose existence is solely psychological. For you to decide if you're interested, let me check one thing. Yes, 314 is no longer in your Rendon. You handed him over to us, so your psyche is clean and can be dispersed. That one sounds cool, but I'm not sure. Seems they only picked the lock, but gave up. Oh my god, Graham, are you okay, buddy? Jesus. A lot happened, you're guessing? Oh my god, man. You should get a door jack or something. Fine, I'm the keeper of the 4th gate. Funny name, huh? I represent the option to escape. You could be free outside the simulation. In actual realm, but before you start jumping for joy, let me check if this is even possible. Certain conditions have to be met. I'm sorry. We don't have any dirt on you, which makes it impossible for us to set you free. If you had committed a murder in the simulation, Kid, the bodyguards, or God forbid the CEO, Director Haggis or Miss Duckett, you could be set free, because we'd have guarantee that if you talked, we'd destroy your credibility by sharing the records of these acts. But now you're clean as a whistle. People like that can't be controlled. We can't be free! No! That's what I wanted! We didn't kill anybody! So, call me number 3. We think you might be interested in a radical solution, namely turning off the simulation. You know, close shop, put this whole labor camp out of commission. Before you say you're interested, let me see if you have enough negotiating power. He opened the window and proceeded to analyze its contents. Our analyses show that we'd be willing to discuss this topic if you only if you decide to murder our CEO. Without him, this operation would become problematic as he's legally responsible for the undertaking, but with him alive, we're covered. This will sound strange, but seeing as you didn't kill him, the option of turning off the simulation is out. Dr. Nabla will never allow it. We can't turn off the simulation or be free. So we're stuck in the simulation. We can either live our life as the only person in the simulation, or we can disperse our own body into the simulation. So far, call me number 2. According to our estimates, you'd certainly be interested in putting a stop to the simulation resets. It's only logical. A human being who discovered they've been living in an artificial world, one where everyone starts fresh from time to time, unable to remember their previous selves, would want to put a stop to it. He raised a hand. Hold off on deciding if you're interested first. I'll make sure we like the solution. Let me check your achievements. He kept quiet for a moment, studying the windows he opened. Everything indicates it could be done. You didn't kill anyone, so it's reasonable to assume you won't turn the simulation into a new happy hunting ground. Okay, that doesn't sound too bad. Okay. Two doesn't sound too bad either. Dispersing my body into the simulation sounds crazy, though. You always keep firecrackers for a reason, Graham? That's true. Good to go as far as South America goes, Graham. I'm glad you're okay, man. That's scary. Let's say I'm number 1, and here's the number 1 option. You replace Jester. In a sense, you'll become the god of Pro Mac OS. Before I ask if you're interested, I'll check if you'd be the right fit for this role. You opened a few windows and proceeded to study them. Your achievements in this iteration were reasonable. You'd be right for this role. What would that function entail? What does replacing Jester mean? He's an AI. He thinks a million times faster than me. The simulation's complexity is certainly beyond. An AI is necessary to supervise the processes of Pro Mac OS. However, we conclude that Jester made some errors. It's only a bot, after all. In Realm, we can keep track of only a fraction of events across different parts of the simulation. Everything happens too fast in there. We received Jester's reports. We've analyzed his decisions from the most recent iterations of your Pro Mac OS segment and concluded that he needs a human overseer. None of us agreed to be imprisoned in the simulation, and Haggis failed us some time ago. You are there. You got everything you want. Riches, love, fame, superpowers, anything you could dream of, and immortality as an invulnerability to resets. To keep you from getting bored of the reoccurring Groundhog Days, of course, you'd be allowed to change scenarios and locations. You'd be tasked with making sure scenario modifications and actions of future Jesters have human touch rather than a mechanical one. You'd influence the world around you like a god. We'd look after your Rendon, you'd have many adventures, that's the elevator pitch. I'd have to think this one over. So we can disperse our psyche, we can live a normal life, we can stop the resets, or we can become God. I'm gonna disperse my psyche. I'm gonna become one with the robot. What would dispersion look like? 314 hasn't told you. The dispersion itself is Haggis's idea, I think. He was the only one who secretly implemented that feature into Axis Mundi. Probably after he realized we put him there, he tried to fool us. But he couldn't because we took away his memories. Still, he managed to pass that knowledge to 314. That's our preliminary theory. How exactly it works, we'll test it on you. We've never seen that process, we've never controlled it. You're going to experiment on me. I'll be your guinea pig? Yeah, but a precious one. You can be sure we'll do anything for you to survive the process, and to have somewhere to come back to if anything happens. You won't have to fight for a Rendon like your predecessor. You'll be the apple of our eye, and possibly BWI's ticket to fame, accolades, and increased popularity. Mr. Nava can give you anything you want. In fact, we might crave that scenario more than you do. Oh, okay. Well, I kind of like this one, then. More of an awkward look contest, honestly. Okay, I'm gonna disperse my psyche, guys. Will it have any impact? 314 had little impact on environment. He couldn't do anything on his own, he couldn't touch anything. The only thing he did was whispering to others what to do. I saw him as an hallucination. Is it gonna be the same with me? Will I be a voice in other people's heads, a vision in their eyes? Probably. Your reward will be getting to know other people's thoughts, experiences. You'll see the world through their eyes. You can do what no one before you and 314 could do. You will be able to answer the question, what's it like to be Chris or Jessica? No person except Chris and Jessica knows what it's like to be them. No one knows how they see colors and if their red is the same as ours. You can verify many truths regarding the non-physical world. You will see what it's like to be someone else. How other people see colors. How they hear. It's groundbreaking. Fascinating. Okay, let's disperse our psyche, guys. Is this the end of the run? So it would seem. And it looks like we're, I am going to 8 o'clock, so we aren't going to be able to play Baldur's Gate 3 tonight, which is fine by me. Disperse my psyche. A brave decision. I envy you a little. Such a leap of faith, but I think I'd be scared shitless if I were you. I am scared. I'm scared. I'm scared of non-existence, but you know what? Ever since I realized all I had was a synthetic brain and some goddamn default. Ever since I found out I didn't really have any body, just an illusion, that everything around me was a product of my brain, I mean Rendon, tantalized with quasi-sensual incitements, it dawned on me. I had been a kind of digital entity for a long time, just like you. You too are a cloud of God knows what, God knows where, called psyche. The only difference is that from now on, unlike you, I will be many people at the same time, but I won't lose my selfhood. It's fascinating. Take the blue pill. I took the blue pill! I agree with the simulation owners. It's blue pill time. Let's dissolve our psyche into 1,000 different particles. No manifestation, we are of being. For some reason, we're back in Knight's Code.
This was supposed to be about money.
Oh.
Nothing else. Get the followers. Get the money. Get
the hell out. Hive mind, we're hive mind posting.
How could I start believing in my own scam?
True.
It's those signs. They're real.
Oh, we're inside their heads.
It's either that or I went crazy. Please, let me know I'm not crazy. Show me a sign. Please.
Can I pick a sign? Yes! It's me!
How did you get here? Who are you? A hacker? A spy?
Spy?
Did I?
I can sense your thoughts.
It's me, dude!
You think this is Umbra's doing? You think she finally came through?
How? How did you...
Who is it you are speaking to, Lord?
That's angry Aardvark.
Oh, I see. Did Lady Umbra turn a recruit into a tree again? Are you here to exact their punishment?
What? No, I mean... Perhaps?
I was unicorn. I was the unicorn the entire time, Graham. It's the good ending. This is the best ending. I was the fucker that was the unicorn.
How did you know my thoughts? And how come she didn't see you? You're a pink unicorn.
An invisible pink unicorn. I am the sign you wished for. No one else can see me.
Now heed my words.
Heed my words.
And thus,
It spoke.
now, let us praise
No
the
shot,
unicorn
dude.
together. O pink unicorn who art invisible, hallowed be thy horn. May thy hoofs guide us toward life eternal.
Wow. Sweet. Complete the game in true detective mode. That's right, that was the hardest difficulty as well. You didn't pull Starlet out of the digital limbo. I did not pull Starlet out of the digital limbo. You met a Diginet named Eleanor trapped in Haggis's computer. The clan members became my allies, not the trolls. True. I failed to watch the troll parade. My bad. I fell into Jester's trap by entering the theater through the front door. I didn't know there was a side door. I failed to save Fredo. Oh yeah, he fucking died, dude. He died at the very beginning of the game. You decorated your farm with a purchased vanity item. Indeed. Bob Zappa helped you with the investigation in return. You got Ken to help you by not dueling him. You discovered the real identities of all 3 suspects in the case. You became the sheriff of High Rock, not the deputy. That's very funny. You and Ken hunted down Kid in his hideout. You decided to keep your relationship with Ken purely professional. I can have sex with Ken? You learned several hypotheses about Ken Zhao's death, but didn't find out how he died. That's true, I never found out how he died. You didn't perform a psycho scan yourself, instead you received it from a mysterious insurance agent. You looked for clues inside Yeti's bar without joining the sleaze or the trolls. You found the person who shot at Ken and rescued most of the hostages. This is going by very quickly. You didn't find out who was really behind Ken's murder. You earned the Hans clan's trust by obeying the master's orders. You didn't search for the clan. Yeah, I didn't search the clan's stronghold. Nope. You experienced mystical visions in the land's stronghold. Yep. You managed to avoid the sadistic prison of Mistress Umbra. You entered the mystical tree of knowing on my own. You found the memories of the Cycle 314 game deck. You completed all tasks assigned by Jester. You didn't acquire the source code from the Axis Mundi guard. You left Axis Mundi through Jester's portal and did not meet Game Deck 314. You decided to work with 314, not Jester. What? You managed to gather a full 6-person party. You chose one of the paths offered by Jester. I wanted to work with Jester, not 314. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened, man. Somehow epic ending. Well, it kind of worked out. I got to disperse my face. Alright, that was pretty fucking good, dude. That was pretty fucking good. What is this shit? No shot. Cthulhu. A virus infects Twisted and Perverted, uncover its origin, learn its symptoms, contain the outbreak, discover who's the perpetrator and who's the victim. The mystery requires a fresh perspective, so forget your past. Start a new game deck. What the fuck? And then there's 7 demons. Step into Ken Zhao's shoes and investigate your first case in a remade Virtualium of 7, The Days Long Gone. Find out what happened to your employer, discover the mysteries of the new AI technology called Daemons. Oh fuck. So I can do this one. Cthulhu, I think, is inside the start of the game deck one. If I press new one, it starts a new game. Okay, gotcha. Clicking the new button starts a new game. Whoa. Whoa. So this is the original character, it looks like. That's funny. Damn, dude, that was fun. There's an extra DLC waiting to be played. Which is crazy. Cthulhu, I think, is a secondary track in Twisted and Perverted when you get to Twisted and Perverted. When you get to the Twisted and Perverted game. Which I think is like the first one. Takes a while to get there, but you do eventually. 7 Demons is also another one. Not sure if we'll play those. Game deck was fun, though. Not too bad. The ending was not... The ending was pretty good, because there's multiple endings. Which I'm a big fan of. Shall we proceed into the reading? Yeah, let's get to reading. Alright, I'm gonna take another short break. I'll be right back. We're gonna get on with some raiding. BRB? I just saw a licking competition on my Twitter feed. They're trying to lick as fast as possible, and they're just licking into the air. It's kind of fucking gross. Not gonna lie. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, this book is due on the 9th, so I got 8 days to finish it. We're almost done with it, though, so I could probably take it a little casual. Back to Equal Rights by Terry Pratchett. We'll see how it goes, though. Nothing big. There's, like, no big overarching plot. Which is, like, funny. The first book, our heroines fell off the edge of the world, and the second one, they fucking defeated the Red Sun and kept the planet alive. I have no idea what's gonna happen here, though. There's no, like, grand overarching narrative that has been pursuing our heroine for any sort of time. Which is fascinating. Alright, let's get to it. At some time in the recent past, someone had decided to brighten the ancient corridors of the university by painting them, having some vague notion that learning should be fun. It hadn't worked. It's a fact known throughout the universities that no matter how carefully the colors are chosen, institutional decor ends up as either vomit green, unmentionable brown, nicotine yellow, or surgical appliance pink. By some little understood process of sympathetic resonance, corridors painted in those colors always smell slightly of boiled cabbage, even if no cabbage is ever cooked in the vicinity. Sorry. Somewhere in the corridors, a bell rang. Esk dropped lightly from her windowsill, grabbed the staff, and started to sweep industriously as doors were flung open and the corridors filled with students. They streamed past her on two sides, like water around a rock. For a few minutes, there was utter confusion, then doors slammed. A few laggard feet pattered away in the distance, and Esk was by herself again. Now, for the first time, Esk wished that the staff could talk. The other servants were friendly enough, but you couldn't talk to them. Not about magic, anyway. She was also coming to the conclusion that she ought to learn to read. This reading business seemed to be the key to wizard magic, which was all about words. Wizards seemed to think that names were the same as things, and that if you change the name, you change the thing. At least, it seemed to be something like that. Reading. That meant the library. Simon had said there were thousands of books in it, and among all those words, there were bound to be one or two she could read. Esk put the staff over her shoulder and set off resolutely for Miss Whitlow's office. She was nearly there when the wall said, "Psst." When Esk stared at it, it turned out to be Granny. It wasn't that Granny could make herself invisible, it was just that she had this talent for being able to fade into the foreground so that she wasn't noticed. "How you getting on, then?" asked Granny. "How's the magic coming along?" "What are you doing here, Granny?" said Esk. "Been to tell Miss Whitlow her fortune," said Granny, holding up a large bundle of old clothes with some satisfaction. Her smile faded under Esk's stern gaze. "Well, things are different in the city," she said. "City people are always worried about the future. It comes from eating unnatural food, anyway." She added, suddenly realizing that she was whining. "Why shouldn't I tell fortunes?" "You always said Hilda was playing on the foolishness of her sex," said Esk. "You said that them as tell fortunes should be ashamed of themselves, and anyway, you don't need old clothes." "Waste not, want not," said Granny primly. She had spent her entire life on the old clothes standard and wasn't about to let temporary prosperity dislodge her. "Are you getting enough to eat?" "Yes," said Esk. "Granny, about this wizard magic, it's all words." "Always said it was," said Granny. "No, I mean," Esk began, but Granny waved a hand irritably. Can't be bothered with this at the moment," she said. "I've got some big orders to fill by tonight. If it goes on like this, I'm going to have to train someone up. Can't you come to see me when you get an afternoon off, or whatever it is they give you?" "Train someone up?" said Esk, horrified. "You mean as a witch?" "No," said Granny. "I mean, perhaps. But what about me?" "Well, you're going your own way," said Granny. "Whatever that is." Said Esk. Granny stared at her. "I'll be off then," she said at last. She turned and strode off toward the kitchen entrance. As she did so, her cloak swirled out, and Esk saw that it was now lined with red. A dark, winey red, and red nevertheless. On Granny, who had never been known to wear any visible clothes that was other than a serviceable black, it was quite shocking. "Slungus." "The library," said Miss Whitlow. "I don't think anyone cleans the library." She looked genuinely puzzled. "Why?" said Esk. "Doesn't it get dusty?" "Well," said Miss Whitlow. She thought for a while. "I suppose it must do. Since you come to mention it, I never really thought about it." "You see, I've cleaned everywhere else," said Esk sweetly. "Yes," said Miss Whitlow. "You have, haven't you?" "Well then." "It's just that we've never done it before," said Miss Whitlow, "but for the life of me, I can't think why." "Well then," said Esk. Wah. Wah, 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 wah. Ook, said the head librarian and backed away from Esk, but she had heard about him and had come prepared. She offered him a banana. The orangutan reached out slowly and then snatched it with a grin of triumph. There may be universes where librarianship is considered a sort of occupation, and where the risks are limited to large volumes falling off of shelves onto one's head. But the keeper of a magic library is no job for the unwary. Spells have power, and merely writing them down and shoving them between the covers doesn't do anything to reduce it. The stuff leaks. Books tend to react with one another, creating randomized magic with a mind of its own. Books of magic are usually chained to themselves, but not to prevent them from being stolen. One such accident had turned the librarian into an ape, since when he had resisted all attempts to turn him back, explained in sign language that life as an orangutan was considerably better than life as a human being, because all the big philosophical questions resolved themselves into wondering where the next banana was coming from. Anyway, long arms and prehensile feet were ideal for dealing with high shelves. Esk gave him the whole bunch of bananas and scurried away amongst the books before he could object. Esk had never seen more than one book at a time, and so the library was, for all she knew, just like any other library. True, it was a bit odd the way the floor seemed to become the wall in the distance, and there was something strange about the way the shelves played tricks on the eyes and seemed to be twisted through rather than dimensions than the normal 3. And it was quite surprising to look up and see shelves on the ceiling, with the occasional student wandering unconcernedly among them. The truth was that the presence of so much magic distorted the space around it. Down to the stacks of the very denim, or possible flannelette, of the universe was tortured into very peculiar shapes. The millions of trapped words unable to escape bent reality around them. It seemed logical to Esk that among all these books should be one that told you how to read all the others. She wasn't sure how to find it, but deep in her soul she felt it would probably have pictures of cheerful rabbits and happy kittens on the cover. The library certainly wasn't silent. There was the occasional zip and sizzle of the magical discharge, and an octarine spark would flash from shelf to shelf. Chains clinked faintly, and, of course, there was the faint rustle of thousands of pages in their leather-bound prisons. Esk made sure no one was paying her any attention and pulled out the nearest volume. It sprang open in her hands, and she saw gloomily that there were the same unpleasant types of diagrams that she had noticed in Simon's book. The writing was entirely unfamiliar, and she was glad about that. It would be horrible to know about all these letters, which seemed to be made up of ugly creatures doing complicated things to each other, actually meant. She forced the cover shut, even though the words seemed to be desperately pushing back. There was a drawing of a creature on the front. It looked suspiciously like one of the things from the cold desert. It certainly didn't look like a happy kitten. Hello! Esk, isn't it? How did you get here? It was Simon, standing there with a book under each arm. Esk blushed. Granny won't tell me, she said. I think it's something to do with men and women. Simon looked at her blankly, then he grinned. Esk thought about the question a second time. I work here, I sweep up. She waved the staff in an explanation. In here? Esk stared at him. She felt alone and lost and more than a little betrayed. Everyone seemed to be busy living their own lives except her. She would spend most of her life cleaning up after the wizards. It wasn't fair, and she's had enough. Actually, I don't. Actually, I'm learning to read so I can be a wizard. The boy regarded her through his damp eyes for some seconds, then he gently took the book out of Esk's hands and read its title. Demonology Maleficorum. The Henchinese, the Unsatisfactory. How did you think to learn to read this? Said Esk. Well, you just keep trying until you can, don't you? Like milking or knitting or... Her voice faded away. I don't know about that. These books can be a bit aggressive if you don't be careful. They start reading you. What do you mean? They say, said Esk automatically, that there was once a wizard who started to read the Necroteleconomicon and let his mind wander. And next morning they found all his clothes on the chair and his hat on top of them, and the book had... Esk put her fingers on her ears, but not too hard in case she missed anything. I don't want to know about it if it's horrid. Had a lot more pages. Esk took her finger out of her ears. Was there anything on the pages? Simon nodded solemnly. Yes, on every single one of them were... No, said Esk. I don't even want to imagine it. I thought reading was more peaceful than that. I mean, Granny read her almanac every day and nothing ever happened to her. I dare say ordinary tame words are all right, Simon conceded magnanimously. Are you absolutely certain? Said Esk. It's just that words can have power, said Simon, slotting the book firmly back on the shelf where it rattled its chains at him. And they do say the pen is mightier than the sword, said Esk. All right, but which would you rather be hit with? I don't think it's any use me telling you shouldn't be in here, is it? Said the young wizard. Esk gave this due consideration. No, she said. I don't think it is. I could send for the boarders to have you taken away. Yes, but you won't. I just don't want you to get hurt, you see. I really don't. This can be dangerous. Esk caught a faint swirling in the air above his head. For a moment she saw them, the great gray shapes from the cold place, watching. And in the calm of the library, when the weight of magic was wearing the universe particularly thin, they had decided to act. Around her, the muted rustling of the books rose to a desperate riffing of pages. Some of the more powerful books managed to jerk out of their shelves and swung, flapping madly from the end of their chains. A huge grimoire plunged from its eyrie on the topmost shelf, tearing itself free of its chains in the process, and flopping away like a frightened chicken, scattering its pages behind it. A magical wind blew away Esk's headscarf, and her hair streamed out behind her. She saw Simon trying to steady himself against a bookshelf as books exploded around him. The air was thick and tasted of tin. It buzzed. "They're trying to get in!" she screamed. Simon's tortured face turned to her. A fear-crazed encumble hit him heavily in the small of the back and knocked him to the heaving floor before it bounced high over the shelves. Esk ducked as a flock of Thersiai of the Sari wheeled past, towing their shelf behind them, and scuttled on hands and knees toward him. "That's what's making the book so frightened," she shrieked in his ear. "Can't you see them up there?" Simon mutely shook his head. A book burst its bindings over them, showering them in pages. Horror can steal into the mind via all the senses. That's the sound of the little meaningful chuckle in the locked, dark room. The sight of half a caterpillar on your forkful of salad. The curious smell from the lodger's bedroom. The taste of a slug in the cauliflower cheese. Touch doesn't normally get a look in. But something happened to the floor under Esk's hands. She looked down, her face erect as of horror because the dusty floorboards suddenly felt gritty and dry and very, very cold. There was fine silver sand between her fingers. She grabbed the staff and sheltered her eyes against the wind, waved it at the towering figures above her. It would have been a nice report that the searing flash of pure white fire cleansed the greasy air. It failed to materialize. The staff twisted like a snake in her hand and caught Simon a crack on the side of the head. The gray things wavered and vanished. Reality returned and tried to pretend that it had never left. Silence settled like a thick velvet, wave after wave of it, a heavy echoing silence. A few books dropped heavily out of the air, feeling silly. The floor under Esk's feet was undoubtedly wooden. She kicked it hard, to make sure. There was blood on the floor, and Simon lay very quietly in the center of it. Esk stared down at him, and then up at the still air, and then at the staff. It looked smug. She was aware of distant voices and hurrying feet. A hand like fine leather gloves slipped gently into hers, and a voice behind it said, "Ook," very softly. She turned and found herself staring down at a gentle, inner tube face of the librarian. He put his finger to his lips in an unmistakable gesture and tugged gently at her hand. "I've killed him," she whispered. The librarian shook his head and tugged incessantly. "Ook," he explained, "ook." He dragged her reluctantly down a side alleyway in the maze of ancient shelving a few seconds before a party of senior wizards drawn by the noise rounded the corner. The books have been frightened again. Oh no, it'll take ages to capture all the spells again. You know, they go and find places to hide. Who's that on the floor? There was a pause. He's knocked out. A shelf caught him by the looks of it. Who is he? That new lad, you know, the one they say he's got a whole head full of brains? If that shelf had been a bit closer, we'd be able to see if they were right. You two, get him along to the infirmary. The rest of you better get these books rounded up. Where's the damn librarian? He ought to know better than to let the critical mass build up. Esk glanced sideways at the orangutan, who waggled his eyebrows at her. He pulled a dusty volume of gardening spells out of the shelves beside him, extracted a soft brown banana from the recesses behind it, and ate it with a quiet relish of one who knows that whatever the problems are, they belong firmly to human beings. She looked the other way at the staff in her hand, and her lips went thin. She knew her grip hadn't slipped. The staff had lunged at Simon with the murder in its heartwood. Let me see. Yeah, we will stop there. Okay, gotcha. Dude, we beat the hell out of this the Stutter, man. He got a face full of staff. What the fucky? He's summoning the demons accidentally. He's gonna get us all killed. The staff has had enough of it, I think. They're making the books evil, dude. They made the books all evil. That was kind of fucking frightening. This kid is summoning some fucking demons, brother. Alright. That's gonna be it for me tonight. I'm going to fucking wait around for a while, maybe move a couple more objects down to my my new apartment. Maybe try and finish this femboy ASMR, who knows? Tomorrow night, we're gonna be starting Red Dead Redemption Zombies mode. We'll see how long that campaign is, and then after that, it's gonna be RDR2. Oh, everybody's excited for that. Until tomorrow, everybody, I hope you have a good night. Bye-bye! Johnny, bye-bye!